Alright, I'm gonna press recording now. But for those that are watching, we're live now on twitch.tv/anime lately. That's listening right now on the YouTube side. We may be drinking, but it's night stuff for us right now. Well, yes. Well, yes. It's night stuff for us, but it's morning for those people that are watching right now for tonight. I mean, the next day for YouTube. But hey, we're live. We're here with our guest Sensei, they love, and leg love. I said dead love.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
That works too. You know that works
good,
too.
It's all good. I'm rolling with the punches. Come on.
It's okay. Right. He'll get his. Don't worry. He'll get his.
But for some reason, I'm having a lot of tongue twisters right now. But hey, guys, let's start the show. Let's have a good time. There's going to be a lot more fuck-ups throughout the rest of the show. And it's just the beginning. So let's see how Sam does another bald boxing bald man intro.
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my brotakus. Introducing first, the Game Master, the divine God-woken of divinity, the director of anime, Mr. King of Games himself, Rayapollo! Our next creature is the demon in the Black Clover community. He has a great love for buttoners. The Hurricane Typhoon, Legend Evash, Miguel Our next brotaku is the CEO of Careful Spoilers Podcast Network, founder of the No Anime No Life Facebook group. He is JB, exclusive, the great and talented James Barnes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing our guest, Mr. Miyagi of Chill and Nerd Shit. He is the co-host of the Worst Generation podcast. He is a master in the mystic arts. He lives, breathes, and dies for One Piece. Yet, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, he has hands. He does have hands. Give it up for Sensei Lake Love.
Fuck is up, niggas? That was great.
You brought out the pieces. All right. Okay.
You seen that?
All right. Well, you said he had hands and he brought the strap. I'm like, all right.
I brought both.
You win both sides. Okay.
I brought both.
I'm about to say, we got a Black John Wick here. I don't know the characters over there right now, but damn, we got John Wick out here.
Explains
yes, sir.
the gun.
Oh, probably Hitman because he also has a dual gun too.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
It kind of works too.
Anyway, he got a gun. Two of them.
Two. So he ready to box and guns.
Basically, shoot shit up.
Oh man! But hey,
how you doing?
I appreciate you. No, we're doing good. I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for being here.
And I'm happy for. And plus, I'm happy for Ray to be here
Facts.
on this one.
I'm happy Ray's here.
I'm here every other week, all the time. That one time I was like, you know what? I'll be all right. They'll be there.
First of all, this nigga was in the comment section saying, "I'm gonna pull up in a second. Hold on, because I need to be in there for this conversation."
Listen, hey, you didn't ever talk to your uncle that turned up just a little too much? And he's
I'm
gonna come to you a little bit. Hey, uncle, what happened? I mean, you know what happened was. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But Sensei, it like that in the next day morning. He texted like, "Yo guys, no." He literally said, "Oh guys, I fell asleep," laughing out loud. He didn't even say, "My bad, yo, shit happened." He just literally said, "I fell asleep on the couch," laughing out loud.
I ain't gonna never apologize for going to sleep. I'm sorry. Not.
You had something you needed to be a part of. Like,
do you remember what they did to your home? Do you remember what they said in Hunter x Hunter?
I was asleep. I had worked that morning at 4:30 in the morning. I was tired, so I went to sleep. I was like, these gentlemen will understand. If I die before I wake, hey, somebody will take this soul and they'll be all right.
I guess definitely.
But the thing is, that was me. I think about 3-4 weeks ago when we were supposed to go live on Wednesday, but I think James got sick and everything, and I was so happy they canceled because I got in a good happy mood. If people know what I'm saying, I fell asleep. straight to bed, and I woke up at 10. I was like, yo, I missed podcast. They probably blew up my phone saying, yo, Miguel, where are you? We were supposed to be live an hour ago. I see my phone. I see James, Ray, and Sam talking, yo, so let's postpone, like, on Friday. Let's go live on Twitch or anything for a bit. Like, oh, thank God. They canceled without me. Good.
Yeah, like, dude, I know
like,
his schedule either way. I'd be like, yeah, he'd probably be good in that time. He'd probably
keep
be
going.
good
What
that
we
time.
supposed to do? Oh no, Miguel hasn't responded. Whatever shall we do? No, he's gone. All right, we'll talk next week. That's cool.
I was like, good. Nobody got mad. It's like, yo, we're supposed to be live. Like, good. They canceled. Oh, James
We
got say.
all living different lives, so I
I
ain't
was
gonna
like-
never
We
be
do.
mad at you if you ain't gonna be able to talk with me on the internet for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
So me, I was happy. I told James, like, yo, my God, I feel better. And after went back to sleep, I was like, good. Whew.
Good.
That's out of my consciousness. Like, oh, I didn't fuck up. So like, whew, that felt good.
Okay, guys.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna bring up our topic for the day, but go ahead.
Go
No, worry.
No, you go ahead.
James brought up some very interesting news about Joey Bodega.
Very important news.
About
Very
who?
important news.
Our boy John Boyega,
Oh yeah,
my man Finn,
yeah, Mr. Finn.
FN
All right.
2187. Is that what it is?
FN,
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it is.
man.
What? They got it right on the mark.
FN 218.
At least, at
it.
least,
I like
at least you're not a stormtrooper, that likes to miss. They don't be aiming correctly.
I'm so glad they corrected that in the
Yes.
in the new series and in the
Did they?
Mandalorian. Yeah.
Kinda. They.
Oh, you said the man. I didn't see the Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
So-
'Cause
so they
season 2 about to
corrected-
come.
Hey,
They
you know,
corrected and then also make fun of it at the same time.
So Mandalorian, no cap, one of my favorite pieces of media to get in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed Star Wars, Mandalorian, Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels a lot more than any of the movies. But that's just me, because I just it's a better.
Any of the
story.
recent movies?
No, overall, like as much as I enjoy the originals, I just enjoy seeing like long format storytelling more because you could tell like it's hard to tell a movie about characters that you just know about Anakin, about Obi-Wan and stuff like that in a straight less than 2-hour film. But when you could tell in the Clone Wars or in the Rebels, I think it was Ezra and all these characters, just get more storytelling. You just get more
yeah.
characters
but
fleshed
yeah,
out.
that's how a TV series should work over a
So
movie.
I agree with you completely. Like I prefer Mandalorian, Rebels, Clone Wars compared to the movies. Those are my favorite pieces of Star Wars because Palpatine is my favorite character, and you actually get to see Palpatine be the puppet master behind the scenes in the Clone Wars series. You watch him like steal funds from
I'm watching it right
from the
now,
Republic,
and I
like-
love it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like really enjoying Clone Wars.
Yeah,
So
you get to
I
see
have-
everything.
Go ahead, James. My bad.
No, you're good. But you
I
get
have-
to see absolutely everything behind the scenes.
I agree. I have mixed feelings about the Clone Wars series. While I super overly enjoyed it when I was young, obviously I stopped watching because like they took multiple breaks at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I never knew when it came back. I just kind of something else caught my interest. I probably got into anime by that time or whatever. When rewatching it, because I was also trying to rewatch it, I noticed how much time they spent on shit that I felt didn't really matter.
Okay.
So not to say that it's a knock because I don't want to call myself a diehard Star Wars fan. For the diehard Star Wars fans who read the books, who know all of this and know all of that, I can see them really enjoying shit like that. But for the guy who just watched all the movies and watches this because they're it's supposed to be something that's about the movies, it was kind of like do we really need to spend 3 episodes on them stuck on this ship in the middle of space? And I know that no one's gonna die. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I get that.
It's kind of like up in the air. Do I think it's still great? It still has some of the best Star Wars fights, like Star Wars lightsaber fights in all of Star Wars. If I'm being completely honest, I do like how they flesh out a lot of the characters that we don't really get to see fleshed out in the story or in the movies rather. But I just feel like the pacing, I guess, is the thing.
That's
I
fair.
agree.
With
That's fair.
the Clone
I don't know.
Wars.
So like
That's
for most people, most people I talk to, actually almost everybody, they became Star Wars fans when they were kids.
Same.
Star Wars wasn't a thing for me when I was a kid. That didn't happen.
No, bro, it definitely was a shit for me when I was a kid.
When I didn't get into Star Wars until I was an adult. Legitimately,
Really?
like I had to go and seek out the Star Wars like original trilogy myself. The only Star Wars movie I saw in theaters was the last prequel. That was
Yeah,
the only one I
the
saw.
three. Oh, just number
Just the
3.
one. Right, just number 3. That's the
Okay,
only
no,
one
I
I saw.
saw 1 through 3, and I was
And I
like
was like,
hyped as
oh,
shit.
okay, this ain't bad. And then so yeah, I ain't touched it again literally until I was like 25 years old. I was like, I remember people talking about this because one of my good friends was really into it. I was like, all right, I'll watch it. And it really wasn't until this year. No, 2019 that I really get. So I take that back. When New Hope, no, not what's it called? Force Awakens came out.
Mhm.
And I saw my boy Finn. I was like, hey, it's a black dude in Star Wars. And so then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into this. And I did. And I'm not mad about it. So it's just now I'm watching all this stuff. So now I'm watching like Rebels and Clone Wars and the stuff like the Mandalorian. And I'm like, yo, I love this shit. This shit's great. I love that universe. The stuff that they can do with that universe is amazing. I love it. I just can't wait for them to get past all that original series stuff because I'm like, we didn't seen all that. I know what happens. Like, give me some other stuff in the universe outside of this immediate group. And so I'm like, they literally did now, like for real. So like, let's do some other stuff over here. Like, give me some other Jedis that's teaching themselves how to be Jedis in Blackwater, backwater planets. They ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. That's the kind I like. There's so much they could do, and I want to see all that. So stop telling me stuff I already know. Is all I'm saying. Get into them books I ain't gonna read.
I have to agree with that because I grew up with Clone Wars first because Clone Wars was coming out I think in 2004, 2006 when I was watching with Jetix and everything like that was popping out. So I grew up with Clone Wars and I enjoyed the full fleshed out Anakin and me watching Clone Wars first and then seeing the original series after, then it made me understand like how he became Darth Vader and all that. Watching the original series and then not knowing how he became Darth Vader just by seeing the movies itself, it didn't put that flesh out. And just seeing one of my favorite characters, my girl Ahsoka, seeing that character flesh out the way she is, and plus with Rebels, to see Palpatine as well come back, seeing his whole dark side. He is the sinister guy, always trying to grab all the Jedi's, turn bad for him and everything like that. I love that. So I have to agree with the aspect that we're all talking about with the characters that we have seen are good with the storyline in the TVs, but they haven't improved in the movies where they, like Ray said, get away from the originals. We have already moved past that. Let's just continue on with the story.
Yeah, I definitely want that, but I enjoyed every bit of the Clone Wars because I mean, you get Darth Maul, like you get one good fight with Darth Maul in the first prequel.
Hey, Darth Maul, that dude, he's bad.
Like Darth Maul is such a great character, and then you see
great.
his fight with Obi-Wan in the Rebel series. Like everything that those shows put together is the best part of Star Wars for me. Like I like the original trilogy. Phantom Menace is okay. I've grown to like it over the years. I think Attack of the Clones is dog shit. And I like Revenge of the Sith. And then the Disney trilogy, they're just okay movies. There's nothing about the Disney trilogy that I care about that much. And let's kind of get into that right now with the John Boyega thing, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
He did an interview with GQ and he said this verbatim: "I'm the only cast member who feels their experience in Star Wars was based on their race, right? Was based on his race." So this is the thing. When you look at the marketing for The Force Awakens, he was the highlight. Oh, we got a black stormtrooper. Oh, look, we have a black guy holding a lightsaber. These are things that we haven't seen before. The only black guy that had a lightsaber before was Mace Windu. So we have all of these different things now. And then he doesn't really have a good arc in the trilogy. Sure, he goes from a selfish person that fights for the rebellion, and he has a couple cool scenes within the trilogy, but him as a character is not interesting at all. All he does is follow Rey and scream Rey's name and tries to save Rey, but what does Finn actually do? Where does Finn go from here? You have no idea because they don't tell you. Same thing with Kelly Marie Tran's character, right? Like, she shows up, she has this forced love relationship with Finn that doesn't work at all. And then it was like, oh shit, the internet, no one likes Kelly Marie Tran's character, so let's strip her out of Rise of Skywalker. And she only shows up for like 3 quick scenes and she barely has any dialogue. And this is the problem. It's just like, oh, we'll use these minorities for good marketing tools, but when we get to the actual movies, we're just not going to do anything with them, and we're just going to focus on Rey and Adam Driver, which are our main white characters. Like, that's the point that he was trying to get at, and he's completely frustrated at this point.
I mean, he doesn't. Does he? He shouldn't have to continue like playing a role, right?
Oh no, he done.
Yeah,
he's
he's
done.
done at this point. That's why he's coming out now
Yeah,
and
he can
talking
voice
about it.
his opinion. I respect that, bro. Like I fuck with Boyega hellas because he a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I totally agree. They did absolutely nothing with his character, and it kind of felt like they was just trying to force him into different tropes at different times that didn't really match. Like in the first movie, it was like, oh shit, he's supposed to be the new Han Solo,
He
a
was the
black
new
Han
hero.
Solo.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like the other guy who was just a hard ass pilot dude.
Yeah, Poe Dameron.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, he's the Han Solo. So now I guess in the last movie, let's try to make you what the fuck is his name? The black nigga from the original 4.
Oh, Lando.
Lando. Yeah, let's make him the new Lando. But
then they bring Lando.
Somebody else, right? And then they brought Lando, so it's like no, you ain't gonna be Lando either. We got to do something else.
Yeah,
and
who is he? Who is he?
Like whoever they want him to be at the time. Literally what it was. It is, but that he happened to be black. You know what I'm saying? And I really do feel for him because the way that they had hyped up this movie and the way that
it almost made it seem like he was going to be the main character.
Exactly, because they pushed him so far into the spotlight because they wanted to have that face. They wanted to parade around their black character. Look at us have this black man in one of the most prolific sci-fi series ever. Yes, and then they did him like they did him. So like I said, I loved The Force Awakens because it's like, yo, he got his moments to shine. And then no longer after that, it was like, well, that was it, sir. You're done. You'll be in the movies, but you won't be like in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, but what happened? Like you and then nothing.
So another point that he brought up is like in The Last Jedi, his character and Rose's character go off on this stupid side mission that has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
That movie was bad, bro.
Yeah, and they're completely separated from the main plot. All of the things that actually matter, the minorities are removed from it, and they're taking into this stupid side quest that means absolutely nothing. Nothing they do matter because there was a different plan all along, and they were never included.
They could have done so much.
Ruin the main plan.
Exactly. It's really, so pointless.
It really is disappointing where his role could have been it could have been so much more important. Like if you really put it in the notes, he's a character that's black, but also a stormtrooper that left the First Order, but then also was shown in the first movie of Force Awakens that was shown that he had a bit of the Force, and then if they continue that storyline that he become a Jedi, Force sensitive. But then if they continue that story that he actually was a Jedi, it would have been told as a better story. And
it would have been a much better story. A stormtrooper that becomes a Jedi.
That's freaking amazing. Man. And
thank you.
And also connected with the First Order, but then he defect and then join to become a Jedi, and also maybe join to become one of the next era to lead the next people of the Jedis with Rey, have the duo of them. That'd be awesome. Just like
this is the politics game, dude. This is the politics game. It's like, oh, we want to hit this like racial mark, but what we can do is take one step further, and we can have the woman be the lead. She's the main character.
So many agendas, bro.
This trilogy is about a woman, and we need that because there hasn't been any of the Star Wars movies that's been about a woman. But what they did wrong was market it to make it look like Finn was going to be this more important character than he actually is, when it's actually about Rey. That's what pisses me off.
Yep.
Like I like Rey as a character. She's okay.
But then really, if you think about it, it's about Kylo Ren.
It really is a Kylo Ren.
Behind the scenes, it was.
So it's like, okay, it still ended up being about the white dude. Just saying. Like it really did. So he had the most like prolific relationship to the main characters, Han, Lake, and Luke. Well, wow, Lake and Luke and Leia, you know what I'm saying? So it just, like I could talk about it all. Like I enjoy it, but it's like, come on, man. You're like, y'all tried it, but you really didn't want to. So yeah. Star Wars.
Yeah, man. Reading that shit pisses me off. Like I wanted to do a video, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it on the podcast because I wanted to get your different perspectives. But it really pissed me off because I felt that watching these movies. It's like, oh yeah, he's here because they can say that we have a prominent black character that's not Lando.
That's not Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, Rose is here because we want to say that we have a somewhat prominent Asian female actress, but they don't actually do anything with these characters. And another thing that pisses me off about the Disney trilogy is that they're completely reactive. After they saw all of the comments about The Last Jedi, they were like, oh shit, here's everything that people didn't like about The Last Jedi. Let's completely erase it and change continuity. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Let's just change everything to please the audience who didn't like these things in The Last Jedi.
What did they change? What do you mean?
Oh,
a lot.
So they changed up Kylo Ren's scar. So they brought that back. They brought back the helmet because that was something that Rian Johnson destroyed. They brought back the helmet. The whole thing about Luke not caring about being a Jedi and throwing away his lightsaber. There's literally a line in The Rise of Skywalker where he says a Jedi would never throw away like his most important weapon or some shit like that.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but there's a bunch of different stuff that they just completely change up. Like Snoke is no longer the puppet master. They just bring back Sidious for no reason. It's like, oh, Reddit says that they want to see Palpatine, so we're gonna make Palpatine the puppet master since the beginning. He created Snoke. Snoke is just a clone. And Sidious has been behind it the whole time. It's like none of this was set up in any of the other movies. None of this makes any fucking sense. All of a sudden,
so it's just a big fan service movie, is what you're saying.
Exactly. It just makes absolutely no fucking sense. The way that they find Sidious is through this MacGuffin thing that has never been brought up in Star Wars ever, and is just an apology movie, but is just a fan service piece of fucking garbage. Like, I hate those last two movies. I really do.
While we on the topic of fan service movies, what are you guys' like? What are some of the biggest fan service movies that are big movies that are like highly praised?
Hold up.
That
so
are really
like the reason why Breezy, so I see you in the chat. What's up, my guy? No one's even bringing up that Lupita was also underutilized. You know what? I completely forgot she was in the movies.
I was about to Lupita, like from Us.
Yeah. She's the voice. She's the voice of what was the character's name? Yes, Maz Kanata.
The little old bitch.
Exactly. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah. You see, I would think that she would have been one of Rey's teachers, but then it's like, oh, she just hands the lightsaber to Rey and doesn't explain.
Right? Didn't she die?
I don't think she does. She's on a different mission. She's on a different mission and we just don't see her.
What kind of really bothers me is that Disney bought Lucasfilm years ago. How do you before The Force Awakens come out, they had 3 or 4 years before they had the first movie come out. So they literally had no plan. Marvel has been doing this with Kevin Feige this long, and for you to be doing this with Lucasfilm, a film trilogy that has whatever you could think of the prequels, whatever, but it did succeed to an extent. But for you to kind of fuck up this bad with the sequel is like, storytelling wise, fuck up really bad. It depends on the audience. It's like whatever.
Kathleen Kennedy needs to step down. I think she is a brilliant businesswoman, but she needs to step down as the head of Lucasfilm. How do you get 80% into a film and then realize that it's not the film that you want to make? That's fucking stupid. You're not doing your job. And you can tell with the Disney trilogy that she is reactionary. She just looks at what people say on Twitter, and then she makes films based on that.
And plus,
that's not how you make movies.
That's not your audience. Your audience is people to get like my girlfriend, my mom, people that are not on Twitter, that are not on social media. Because people like us that are on social media most likely will go see the film already because we're interested on that medium and everything. The people that are not on social media is the ones that you're trying to get on the trailer, and those people don't really have the vocal on that voice. And that's very hard because we are a small vacuum. And I do agree with what James is saying, because as much as it is, she's a great person that has done great success in other properties that she has done, but with Lucasfilm, it's sad to say, but no.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous. I think she just needs to step away from this and just do something else, right? Like another thing that they do is they expect moviegoers to read all the books. Like right. Miguel was saying, like it's just they're doing it the wrong way. Like there's this black girl in The Rise of Skywalker.
The one at the end, right? When they was blowing up the ship. Mm-hmm.
If you don't read the books, you would never know that she's Lando's daughter. They don't explain that
it was
in the
implied.
movies.
It looked like it was implied, which was weird because he hit on her.
Yeah, it's slightly implied, but it's like if you don't read the books, you won't actually know. Like there's just so much inconsistencies. Like, and she's supposed to be the head. She's supposed to be the head of all of this stuff. Like it's.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know either. I didn't even know Lando had a daughter. Damn.
That's my point. Like it's in the movie. It's in the movie, but it's just never explained because they expect you to read the books.
Was a rolling stone.
Wherever he parked that ship, he was
home. And when he fly.
Oh my god!
But if I had to speak about what Sensei asked us about fan service a bit,
fan service movies. What do you guys think are some of the biggest fan service movies
that
are like highly praised?
I don't have the right answer right now until people probably bring it up in the comments or you guys will click to me. But I was watching the first original movies of the Avengers. It does not hold up as there's
that's cap.
It does not hold up.
Big capping right now, boy.
Cap.
It does not hold up. Josh Whedon.
So the first 40 minutes don't hold up. I'll give you that. I don't think the first 40 minutes hold up.
That's cap too.
The whole.
I would say that about the 40 minutes in the middle of Age of Ultron, but that's the only one.
All of Age
Josh,
of Ultron.
Josh Whedon. Hold on.
Age of Ultron was not bad.
Can we stick to one movie?
Can we stick to one movie first? Age of Ultron. That's what I want.
Can we stick to one movie first before we jump to the other?
Go ahead, Bash. Go ahead.
How about I say, let's stick to Avengers first, then we go to Age of Ultron.
Well, see, you was capping, so of course we beat you up.
So Avengers, Josh Whedon is not a great director as I thought he was, or good director as I thought he was. Like seeing this film, there's so many camera movements or shots that felt like could have been better or not needed. Like there were so many shots that me watching this film that were not needed or could have been improved.
You was mad at the ground shot, looking up at the car when they was running around the car in the city. You was mad at that shot.
No, there's a couple of shots with Black Widow being running away from the Hulk. There's so many shots that could have been improved there, and it's just like the first hour really was the ones that really is really poor. Like the later half is where it's better for me, but the first hour of the film with Loki and everything, it just felt underwhelming watching it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you nitpicking.
You are nitpicking.
That's what I'm calling. You nitpicking because you have some knowledge about filmmaking. You nitpicking. That's what you're doing right now. And it's fine. You can nitpick.
But James, come on. James,
I'm also just being honest. Like so I saw when Avengers first got on Blu-ray. I watched Avengers every single day for a month. I love that movie, but looking as someone who looks at film technically, the first 40 minutes are a little slow, and it's not Joss Whedon's fault, right? No. Because you need to somewhat reintroduce all of these characters in this one movie to get people to care about the characters and the team that they're about to build. It's not really his fault, but I just feel like it's a little too slow. The pacing is a little weird.
It was built for people who they assumed had not watched the previous movies.
I know that.
We had that knowledge going into it, and so that's why we were like, why we need to see this? We know who these people are, So I get it. It's the curse of knowledge is what I'm saying.
For sure.
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. And with that line, I bring out mine. Endgame. Endgame is probably the biggest fan service movie I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. I see what you're saying with that.
I agree. Yeah. I agree completely.
I agree.
Absolutely. I have no dispute for that. Like straight up,
argue,
it was built around internet culture.
It was literally built for fan service.
It technically was built for nerdgasm. It
was made to make niggas scream in the theater. It was made just for that.
It was like, wait. I was like, oh shit! Captain America almost lifted Mjolnir in Age of Ultron.
It was made, bro. It was literally made for me to think back and like you said, nerdgasm, bro. It was made for me to think back at every moment or everything that I've known from comics.
Yes.
Fucking Hail Hydra. Literally, it was just made for me to scream at the screen.
And so I guess I want to clarify. Do you think that that's a bad thing, though?
But okay, I
don't think it's a bad thing in Endgame. I think it's a bad thing in the Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, it's not a bad thing in Endgame. Wow, that movie doesn't make where we were on that don't make sense with Endgame. It's not a bad movie,
right?
It's not a bad.
But it was well executed with everything it was because all those things that lead up to it that happened, like it was small nudges when Captain America nudged my hammer a Mjolnir is when he knows that, okay, and then when Thor said, "Oh, he is worthy," like those type of things is when we
like,
got up the
that
theater,
makes-
like
that
yeah!
makes sense.
Or Ant-Man and the Wasp when they're talking to Cap and she's like, "We got it, Cap."
Yeah.
Like it's moments like that it was just like,
They crossed all those T's and dotted all those I's in the movie.
like
They knew.
fan service. Yes, we
This is a
got on your left.
culmination of all of these movies that all this time, the people have invested so much time into this. We have to make sure we give all those little nods. And I just think they did it really well. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, big fan service. And I'm so glad because I was one of the people yelling. Like straight up.
Oh, yeah.
When he came
yeah.
out, "You my bae," I was like, "Yup."
Yeah,
So-
and then Falcon says on your left, like all
by
of
the
these
way-
different references.
on your left.
By the way, let's just take a moment just to give rip for Chadwick Boseman as well, since it happened this past weekend. We didn't get the chance to say it, but since Ray just brought it up, we're on the end game, so let's take a moment of silence for that. All right.
R.I.P. Chadwick.
It's my boy.
Thanks to that.
Always will be.
But since we're on that, is there any moment as your favorite of his movies or Black Panther or any game or Infinity War, anything you want to bring up for his role that he did in 42, anything else that he has done before?
Actually, I haven't seen any. Yeah, I haven't seen any. I honestly haven't seen any of his movies other than Black Panther.
There's only one movie of his that I don't like. 21 Bridges is not a good movie.
I
He's
don't-
good. He's
I
good
forgot
in it,
that- I
but
forgot that
21
happened.
Bridges is
I didn't-
not a good movie.
I ain't seen
I
that.
forgot it happened.
I ain't seen
Yeah,
that.
it's not a good movie.
It's not, and I know it's not because my girlfriend knows him by that movie before Black Panther. It's like, but I still haven't introduced her to the Marvel films or like
I
other characters.
just finished watching all the Marvel films with my girl.
My girl just did Avengers, so next is Avengers 3, then Age of Ultron, then Captain America Winter Soldier, then Guardians. I'm excited to see Guardians with her.
You going backwards?
Go ahead.
No,
Skip
no.
Thor: The Dark World.
We skipped Thor in the Dark World. That's why I did not mention that.
I was just.
My
I was
girl
making
loves
sure.
the Thor movies. Matter of fact,
Wait,
I mean,
Dark
I know
World?
why.
my girl, yes, bro. My girl thinks that the Thor movies, every single one of them, is better than Doctor Strange. She thinks Doctor Strange is the worst Marvel movie.
I mean,
Ultimate subjective,
as
man.
a
First off-
person, and she's not in the she ain't in the comic books like that.
It's
Right?
just her
I
as watching
as,
them.
as a viewer, I could like if just I turned everything off that I knew, and I could understand that. Yeah,
And which is why I'm not mad. I'm just
Yeah.
happy she's enjoying the movies at all.
right.
For
She
sure.
loves the Thor movies. She loves Thor as a character. She
Right.
thinks he's extremely attractive, and she
Of
just
course.
loves.
I think he's attractive.
She loves
Yeah.
like that whole Norse, like
You'd have to be dead.
God, and you know what I'm saying, like
Viking. Yeah.
all of that shit. She gets off with that shit.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So I mean, like, I can't be mad at her.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
Thor
don't.
is a lovable, strong goofball. Doctor Strange, an asshole.
On the topic of Chadwick, one performance I did not like of his was Gods of Egypt. I did not like his performance in Gods of Egypt. I think he was.
forgot that happened too.
It's like, yes, he
you
was-
reminded me of all this stuff.
That
He was
sounds so
just
saw that
doing.
familiar.
He was just doing what he was directed to do, but
Wait, Gods of
it just
Egypt?
didn't. It
Wait.
didn't work at all.
It sounds so
Wait,
familiar.
he was in Gods of Egypt?
Yeah, he plays one of the gods. But one of my favorite performances of his is from Message from the King. That was a really good movie. He did that after Civil War. That was a really good movie.
Sorry, I'm just trying.
So
to
yeah. Civil War was the first time I've seen him.
My favorite speech is when he spoke to Captain America and in the middle in Infinity War. One of my favorite, like, give this man a shield. like when he was going in battle. It's just that line has been used in meme all the time. Is that
Increase all defenses and keep this man
a shield? It was amazing.
Man, he's so good in Black
He
Panther.
is.
He's
So like one of my
good.
favorite parts, like straight up, is when he's like when they bring Killmonger in to meet him for the first time in the throne room. That scene, like that tension.
So much
is
tension.
good. I love it.
Yes,
it's
dude.
so good. He does
My
such a
favorite-
good job.
My favorite scene is definitely when he met his dad the second time and he was mad at him.
I was gonna say that.
God, turn your back on the rest of you all. I'm like, yes, nigga.
Tell him. Yes.
Tell him.
I couldn't finish watching the film though. When it happened Friday, Friday night I tried to watch it. Right on the 30-minute mark is when he went to the sand, and once he saw his father for the first time, and once he said the line, "I can't do this without you," I was like, "Nope," paused it, can't do it. Started crying for the next 20 minutes. Like, nope, I'll do this another date, not right now. I couldn't do it. I was like, that line is when once he said it, went, nope. I'll do this another.
I can't. Like Chadwick and Kobe. Like I just these are two of my idols, dude. Like,
And plus, it hurts because like I met Chadwick like during the time, like 2 years ago. I met him. I had a small conversation with him, like 2 to 5 minutes. So knowing that I met him and knowing that something more connected, through that, it's like, wow, it's like knowing that I met somebody and also to pass it, like, damn, like that happened.
Oh, it's just I'm as a black man, I'm just tired of being sad this year.
Bro.
It seems like it's nonstop.
yeah, it just won't end.
This year is absolutely ass,
it's
bro.
been exhausting, especially as a person of color. So like it's been rough. I mean, yeah, it's been rough for everybody, but like especially for black folk this year. So I'm just tired. But no, I'm gonna miss that dude, like for real, because he gave me one of my favorite characters ever brought to life in a way that I never imagined we were gonna ever get. And I'm like, yo, like I'll forever be thankful for that.
And just as a human being, man, like everything he gave back to the community, all the people that he helped, like he was helped by Denzel.
Yeah,
Like he was such a good person, man. And just like even after he found out he got cancer, like he lived his life to the fullest. Like he continued to help people, and like he just seemed like a really, really genuinely good person.
Like a good, straight up just good dude.
he's very sweet. Like those 5 minutes I spoke to him, I cherished it because he like all they was asking him question about him, and he didn't mind me and not asking about the film. I tell like, of course, at first I told him like awesome film because there was a Q&A before and after the film, and I spoke to him and everything about it, and I spoke to him questions about him and like advice and everything. He's a very genuine, like really genuine dude.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler talked about like how involved he was in the filmmaking process of Black Panther, like coming up with not coming up with the language, but choosing that this language should be in the movie to represent the African culture of Wakanda, and like sitting in on auditions with supporting characters, which is something that not many lead actors do, just to like test the chemistry and see how they would fit and how they feel about certain ideas. Like he was always so involved, and like this like character meant so much to him, like legit. Like it wasn't just a job. Like he realized what this symbolizes for Black people, dude. Like for people who just want to see themselves represented on screen.
Representation matters, and he knew that.
Yeah, besides like Blade, like how many Black superheroes do you see on screen that's not like fucking Blank Man or Meteor Man or some bullshit from like the 90s, you know?
Wow.
Can't believe you brought them up.
Luke Cage lost me when he dabbed, though.
Luke Cage lost me when they killed off Cottonmouth, but whatever.
Thank you.
Cottonmouth was lit.
Cottonmouth was one of the best.
I was like,
Black villains we
why
had
would
in a
you
long
get
time.
rid of Mahershala to bring in this dude with daddy issues?
Like I
They
said,
should just
they
end the
lost me when they
season
did
right
that.
there. They should just end the season right then.
I
Episode 7.
feel like I was like, could they not pay him enough, or did they just not? Did they not like
Probably both
think
on.
ahead? They did
Probably
not
both
think
on.
ahead enough, far enough. Like, did they not think far enough ahead? They're like, yo, this man's gonna get busy,
They
so we
had
better
an
knock him down.
they had an idea for the main villain. They wanted the main villain to be his half brother, so
Stupid.
that they could finish off the season.
Stupid.
How they didn't anticipate that Mahershala Ali would be so great on the show, I have no idea.
I don't either.
He was
but they had
great.
a different idea.
Like just
while we
like
talking
just with
about
that season alone of Luke Cage, they put it like almost at the top with Daredevil for all of them with me, like straight up.
Oh yeah,
That's
Same
cap.
here.
But
No, it's
the
not.
first
That
half.
is false. The first half.
first
But
half,
then,
yeah.
but as a
That's all I'm
season,
saying. First
but
half. But
as
the
a
season
season
itself,
all, no. But I say
Okay.
first
Still
half
better,
rate, I
still
agree.
better than Iron Fist though, so I don't care.
Yes.
I still never finished Iron Fist or
Nope.
Jessica Jones.
Don't
I
just
The
like
first
do.
season, the first season of Jessica Jones was really fucking.
Season
But-
2
yeah.
was a bit
I-
rough. I should never
didn't-
finish season 3.
I saw it's 3 seasons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was free.
I saw season 2, but didn't see season 3.
It's me. Same here. Same boat.
Question: how do you guys feel about the Mahershala Ali pick for Blade?
Yeah,
I love it.
It's,
I love
it's
it.
genius. It's
Great pick.
absolute genius.
But it just sucks that we have to wait so long. That's what sucks. But
Y'all feel like he needs to bump up a little bit more?
Oh, he probably will.
Oh yeah,
I think everything will
He
get
got to be like Michael
Look,
B. Jordan.
he on that Marvel plan now. Anybody who gets on that plan comes
and
out.
that's
jacked.
he's used to it, right? Because he's played a boxer before, so
He
he's
did?
used to like
Did he?
getting into shape. Yeah, he did like I think it was a TV movie, some kind of like
I
mini
think so. Yeah, I think I know what you're
series
talking
thing.
about. Mhm.
But he played a famous boxer, like one of the first like black professional boxers ever. So he's used to like getting into that kind of shape. So you know he'll do it for Blade.
I mean,
This dude is
if they can
one of
do
the
what
best
they did
actors
to
working
Chris
today.
Pratt, they could do it to anybody.
Yeah,
Just-
yo, that's true. Chris Pratt.
Chris
Wow.
Pratt came out looking like a whole different man. I was like, damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I only knew him from Fantastic Four, and he was ripped there. So what did y'all know him from before that?
well, no.
Wait,
that's Chris Evans.
Oh,
You
yeah, that's
confusing Chris
Pratt.
Evans.
Yeah,
Chris
Yo, Chris Evans.
Chris Pratt
he came up,
was Star Lord, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was from The
came out of,
Office.
He came out of Parks.
Oh,
and Rec,
Parks. Yeah.
I never
looking
seen
like a completely different man, and then we
Oh,
saw him. He
dude.
comes back, and they make jokes about it. They're like, "What the hell? You ripped?"
Yeah, I just stopped drinking beer.
Basically.
I've
So
still
I
never
was like,
seen
yo,
Parks and
what?
Rec.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Yeah, it's a really funny show. Really funny
I
show.
love Parks and Rec. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. I think it's funnier than Community, but that's me. Whatever.
Never seen that either. So
So
I mean,
I just got
you're
into it.
entitled to that, dude.
I just got into it, and I'm enjoying Community. It's on Netflix. Sensei is enjoyable. I would say if you want to watch it, I do recommend it. It's a bit slow in the beginning, but I watched it with Sam the first 10 episodes, and we binge it like 9 episodes straight. It's really
Okay,
enjoyable.
what caught your interest was after episode 2 or episode 3?
I think it was episode 3. I think it was episode 3 was one that hooked me in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, Troy and Abed are like the greatest characters.
Troy and
ever on
Abed is
TV.
great, and also Jeff is very relatable with some with his
Yeah,
personality.
and I love the
everything.
Dean too. Dean's
Oh,
awesome.
The Dean is. I got questions for you, my guy. Like, such as the one. Are you going left? Are you going right? Are you going straight? I can't tell where he's going.
I mean, he's neither. He's all over the spectrum, bro.
He
I
is on
fall-
the spectrum.
But the thing with Mahershala playing Blade, right? I mean, he's going to be like in his 50s playing this character. Like, I know. I mean,
that old?
But that's
by the time
Blade is
Blade comes out,
Correct.
he'll be in his 50s.
I was gonna
I
say
didn't know he was even in his 40s.
Black
he is right now. But it's the
I mean,
same
yes,
thing.
but I mean physically.
But it's the same thing like right now. The Rock. The Rock was announced 9 years ago that he was be Black Adam. Look what's happening now. He was announced in 2011 or 2012. He was announced for Black Adam. So now finally
That was in a time. That was in a time where the WB executives didn't know what they were doing, so they just started announcing shit.
We got this shit. What are we supposed to do with it? Basically,
It's just like, Dwayne Johnson, he's hot right now. Black Adam, yeah, announce that.
So now look at that. Finally promoting and marketing his movie. So same thing right now. Blade
Mahershala is
happened.
46 right now.
So look, so Blade right now 46. They got announced it last year. So he won't come out to 2024, 2025. That's 4 years from now. Like James just said, he'll be 50.
Maybe.
But I'm saying
because that's phase 5. Like,
yeah, that's what I say.
'cause we still
45
have
years.
to get through phase 4. Yeah, it's crazy. Who knows? I mean, he
And
might be
phase 4 is
51.
getting pushed back because of this Corona shit. Like phase
Yep.
4 was supposed to start this year.
No.
Yeah, I mean with Black
Phase
Widow.
4 was supposed to
Black
happen
Widow,
in May.
Black Widow is coming out in November. Thank God. I can't wait to see that. But
Wait, in theaters
that's
or is it gonna be the Disney Plus thing, premium version thing?
in theaters?
Really?
Yeah, in theaters in November. Yeah.
Is it gonna be Disney Plus premium? Because I'd rather watch it in my own comfort.
Yeah, I
home.
don't know if I want to go to a theater yet.
Nah, it'll be in theaters for a while and then
Yeah, it's
it'll
like-
go to
I went. It's all
to
good.
streaming. Yeah, I mean I've been to the theater 4 times and I'm going tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you saw Tenet again, right?
Well, I'm seeing Tenet again tomorrow.
So how's Tenet?
It's
Hey, James
fucking
got
awesome,
Corona,
dude.
bro.
I don't. I'm good. Because I mean, I take care of myself. Like I constantly have hand sanitizer. I social distance.
I'm
I have
just
my
trolling,
mask
bro.
on. I'm
Bro.
good.
Yeah.
But like Tenet is fucking insane, dude. Like I love time travel movies, anything that manipulates time. Like I'm a huge Doctor Who like fanboy, like Back to the Future, 12 Monkeys, any of that shit. So like for me, time travel through a Christopher Nolan lens, I mean that's like one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Like the way he manipulates time, like inversion, like watching two people fight in reverse doesn't sound that interesting, but it's one of the coolest things I've ever
Ooh,
seen.
I got a question. We've been Marvel heavy. I got a question. Who do you guys think has better action scenes, MCU or DCU?
I mean DC and straight up with the Batman warehouse fight sequence in BVS is better than anything the MCU has done in terms of fight sequences.
I'm not gonna lie though, I would throw Daredevil up against that because I love the shit from Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil was real.
I would
when we're
argue
talking
that
about like
Daredevil has some of
7-minute long hallway fight
If
sequences,
It got up to 14 minutes, bro.
Like I would alone for the Daredevil stuff, I would give it to the MCU stuff just for the Daredevil shit from that show because they did some incredible.
I mean, they're not MCU though.
For me,
I don't care.
they are MCU. They are. They're not in the theaters, but they're part of the same universe.
So like I give it
Kinda.
to that
It's connected?
Kind of.
It was so cool.
It's connected.
It will never be not cool. So
I personally feel like Marvel, but I'm always interested to hear why everybody thinks it's DC is better. I can't remember too many DC action sequences that blew my mind.
And I'm also just gonna throw Winter Soldier out there just in general because
that's what outside. If we want to talk movies alone, like if you want to separate the TV shows, if you want to, I don't necessarily feel like you have to, but if you want to,
also say just about any movie.
Winter Soldier for sure.
Before Black Panther, he also threw hands.
Black Panther, yeah.
Everybody got it. So I'm like, look.
And plus Wonder Woman, No Man's Land, and plus Wonder Woman,
So Wonder Woman, I would consider that an action sequence, not a fight scene. Does that make sense?
Yes, but
I see what you mean.
I see what you mean. Okay,
that's the thing I would make.
Okay, so how about the scene of her? Was it There's also another Wonder Woman scene. I forgot the name.
Because that fight scene at the end.
Oh no, that one. No,
it was barely a fight scene.
Just
on
like
the topic
OCG.
of Winter Soldier, Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU movie.
Okay,
that fight between Cap and Winter Soldier in the street
was
insane.
Incredible. Incredible. I sit up on the edge of my seat every single time.
I love Winter Soldier convinced me to like Captain America. Period. I love that movie.
Like, watch the behind the scenes stuff with the fight choreography of that scene. Like Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan are actually doing this shit. Like when Sebastian Stan actually flips the knife, I'm like, this is sick. Like this is really, really good. But that warehouse scene in BVS where Batman is literally fighting like 12 guys and he's just fucking them up and is all in camera. Like to me, that's way better. But that's
I would have to re-see that scene. I don't recall.
It's cool. I swear it's cool, but like
that, I don't even remember what it looks. I remember it being dark and me not being able to see shit.
I mean, it's the most Batman scene we've ever gotten in those movies.
It is the greatest Batman fight sequence we've ever gotten.
Look, Sensei.
Like, oh, that's a Batman shit from the video.
What's up, Jay?
My best thing is that DC could be 100% 10 times better than Marvel.
I agree.
It's just that they're slowly getting the shit together, but they've been slowly have good action scene. Like,
man. If we put top tier Marvel against top tier DC, it's damn near equal. I'm not gonna say one better than the other.
Are we talking about all DC over the past 40 years?
All of DC and all of Marvel. If we're taking all of the best,
I'm a Marvel fan, and I'm telling you that's cap.
DC. Equal. Yeah, I will say.
That's what all the Marvel fans are just gonna be Batman. So,
cap.
And plus Man of Steel.
What's the name of the Marvel like redo shit? Do they even have one?
What do you mean?
They had like a reset the universe, the multiverse shit, right?
In the comics, but in the comics, there's like 3 of them.
Right. What are the names of them? The Secret War and what else?
The Secret War, Civil War. Are you talking about just events, like big ass events?
I'm talking about
things that like alter the timeline, right?
That like change the timeline, so you now start over. It doesn't really happen in Marvel. It happened once. I feel like it happened at least once.
It's happened almost twice, but it happened one big time with Secret War.
Okay, so Secret Wars.
That's recent.
Secret Wars is not better than any of the life-altering events in DC. Like if you
life-altering events,
I'm talking about just arcs, bro. That's an arc.
That's the only one you're gonna bring up, though.
No, I'm just saying.
DC has almost 10 or 12 over the past 80 years of comics.
I'm starting at this line, right? I'm starting at this line.
So that's where you're starting.
I'm starting at that line. The line where DC.
You didn't put the line in the sand when you first started talking. Is all I'm saying. But so we're gonna go there. That's fine. Flashpoint. We can put that above it.
I was about to say that.
Flashpoint is better than almost every single Marvel story.
Thank you.
It's one of the best stories.
I mean, it is. It is one of the greatest comic book storylines.
And plus, it's written by Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns usually tell 5 out of 5 stories.
Now listen, I know you was trying to catch me with that one, but it's like, look, I know this shit.
I'm not saying you don't. Whoa, I'm not saying you don't.
I know you're not. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to this Marvel and DC stuff, DC has been killing it in the game for.
Oh yeah,
ages.
DC has the better storylines, hands down. They have the better characters.
Exactly, they have the catalog. They literally, that's it. That's the blueprint. You know what I'm saying?
And then the problem is like a lot of Marvel characters are just kind of carbon copies of DC characters. I love Thanos, but I mean he's no Darkseid. You know what I mean? Like I love Hawkeye. I love Hawkeye. He's no Oliver Queen.
I will say that Deadpool is better than
I do love Moon Knight.
Oh hell yeah.
Deathstroke is good.
But Deadpool is better.
Not pulled their shit up to a different level.
You said what?
They have gotten much better.
No, I'm not saying they not. I'm not saying they're trash, bro, at all. I'm a Marvel fan. I love Marvel more than DC.
I can hear it, but what I'm saying is
DC has better stories.
Oh, much better stories. I mean, but that's just
so if I'm looking at DC doing all of their movies the same way Marvel did theirs, I would have no choice but to say DC's movies are better.
We're getting to that point now, though. I mean, they've already fired everyone. Everyone that used to be a problem, they're all fired. Walter Hamada is doing such a good job. Aquaman, Wonder Woman,
great. Like Shazam,
Black Adam. Yeah,
Aquaman
all of
good.
these movies
Shazam
that we have coming out now, like, so many good movies coming out now.
Wonder Woman 2, 1984, I think it's called.
This next Wonder Woman looks absolutely.
It looks sick.
Yo, Patty Jenkins making that suit look better and better. I'm like, how do you get her a gold suit from the comic? Looks this good.
I watched that trailer on mute and still got hype.
On mute.
I showed Sam the trailer. He's like, damn, that good. Damn.
Patty Jenkins is brilliant. I just wish that they trusted her to do the third act of the first Wonder Woman movie instead of making it a Zack Snyder third act movie.
Yep,
it's just like, that was an executive note. It's like, well, we need the action sequence to be a little bit more like these other movies. So if you can just change it up real quick.
Real quick though. So Banana wants to know who's the DC Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is original.
Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson.
I mean, well,
that's Cap.
Robin. No, sorry, Robin. It's Robin.
That's Cap. It's not Robin, bro.
It's Batman.
That's Cap.
Batman is the most popular character, just like Spider-Man is Marvel's most popular.
Oh yeah,
that don't mean he's a carbon copy.
No. I'm not talking about copies. It's just like who versus who. No, it's like those are their number one.
I mean, DC definitely does have a Spider-Man ripoff, but Spider-Man came first.
Yeah.
I was like, Spider-Man is an original.
But if people,
you know who could have been DC Spider-Man?
Who?
Static. They decided not to do that. So
that's a whole legal scenario with
that's all wrapped up now, actually. So we.
Now we go back down and say, well, Milestone Static could have been the most popular, but I love Static. Oh, that cartoon.
Straight up.
Yeah,
just straight up.
But people didn't know the most popular 5 things in the whole world that makes money is Hello Kitty, Spider-Man, Batman, One Piece, and I forgot the 5th one, but I just know the top 4. Yes, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. I always forget. I always forget Pokemon, which is sad because literally. Pokemon is top 1.
Sam high as fuck.
He's enjoying this.
Sam is high as fuck.
Your Sensei had to write his out. Your Sensei just write his ass out.
I can tell. I love it though.
He should snitch on him like me and the guys were just enjoying
He
it.
can't even really say nothing. He's like,
Cam was like, "Hey, I'm just living in this shit, bro. I'm in the moment right now." Yeah.
his brain is on fire. He done thought about
That
20
moment-
million different things we done said.
But yeah, YouTube,
No,
Sam.
And I gave you the right answer too.
You did.
But yeah, YouTube,
Sam
that's
is
the right
every
answer.
manga he done ever read at the same time right now. Yeah. All of them.
But yeah, Spider-Man, Batman are the two highest comic book. One Piece the highest anime. Hello Kitty, because this Hello Kitty has been out for ages, and Pokemon is the highest thing. So obviously, but Dick Grayson is better than Batman though. So let's just ask Sensei, who's your favorite Robin family or Batman family?
Shit like it was fact.
Yeah, that's fact. But Sensei, just ask you a question. Who's your favorite out of the Batman family? Just it could be Orphan, Batman, Oracle, Batgirl.
Personally, I love Red Hood.
Red Hood, okay.
I think the best written one though is probably the last one. Not Damien. but the
Tim
other-
Drake.
Tim.
Is
Yeah,
it
Tim Drake. Yes, Tim Drake. That's
So
Red
Jason
Robin.
Todd is Red Hood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Red Robin.
Jason
Red
Todd's
Robin,
Red
is,
Hood.
Red Robin
Yeah.
is the one I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's Tim Drake.
My favorite
Alright.
is Red Hood though, because he's
Alright.
just a savage. He busting
Oh,
cats
yeah.
with his ass.
All right, Sam.
You pulled out the straps. I was like, yep,
All right.
that tracks.
All right, Sam. Your turn. Before you lose focus.
I was gonna say Red Hood as well. Was my
Oh.
favorite Robin.
And best written one.
Written? It would be Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson.
Dude,
had
Dick?
it, right? Yeah.
All right, James. JB.
Just because Batman fucked his bitch don't mean he better written.
I mean,
I'm just playing.
he did the same thing, man. Like, what's the difference? Like father, like son. If you ask me, he did the same thing.
Nasty. I wouldn't even watch that video. I'm just saying.
I'm good.
Oh man.
I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing, G.
No, but I mean, Batman's my favorite. But as far as like who's like the best written, it would be
Batman's your
between-
favorite Robin?
Oh, I thought we were talking about people in the Bat family, like everyone.
No, I think he was saying Bat. I thought you were saying Robin, Vash. You were saying
Oh,
who's
no.
the best? Who's your favorite
Sorry.
Robin?
No. Who's your favorite of the Bat family?
Oh,
meaning
just like
Batman,
anyone.
Orphan, Dick Grayson. Could be Batgirl, Oracle. Could be any of the Bat family, Batwoman,
Gotcha.
anybody.
I'm bad. Batman Beyond.
Oh, bro.
Good answer. I like it.
You can
Yeah.
stay. Yeah. All right.
You didn't
Terry,
get kicked
Terry
out.
McGinnis is such a great character.
I love Terry McGinnis.
Terry
That's
that nigga.
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Terry.
He is
Terry's
the
my
real
boy.
Batman's son.
I didn't know that we was going off of just like.
That's a
all
Bat
of-
family. Bat family.
Remember them lines I told you about? See.
I drew him in the sign, bro.
All right. So James, what did you say? Because I didn't hear. Because my mom was asking me if I was alive.
Oh, my favorite is Bruce Wayne Batman.
Bruce Wayne. Okay.
That's my favorite comic book character of all time. As far as best written, I mean, that's really tough, man. There's so many great storylines with all of them, but I guess I don't know. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say Terry, Dick, and Bruce. Because I mean, Terry McGinnis, when you look at everything that he went through because of Amanda Waller, and then still becoming like one of the greatest Bat persons ever, like that's great.
Heroes.
I love Dick Grayson because like he is what like Bruce wanted to be. He's like somewhat less broken than Bruce. Like I just feel like Dick Grayson is such a great character, and I feel like he's more of a son than even like Damian is to
Yeah.
Bruce at times. And also Thomas Wayne Batman. That's
That's
another
a
great
yes.
option.
That's very-
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
For
but
me-
for me though, it's that time that Superman dressed up like Batman.
Funny as
Ah,
hell. It's that one
That
time.
was sick. That was a good run. That was a good run for that.
I'm best know it's Terry McGinnis. I love Terry. I've read so many Terry comics and I've watched that movie so many times. I love Terry. Terry's my guy. Like I said, Bruce Wayne is my dad's Batman. Terry McGinnis is my Batman. Okay.
If I had to say, my personal is Dick Grayson, best one of the Bat family. He becomes Agent 37. He becomes a Nightwing. He that was also a name helped by Clark Kent, aka Superman, to give him that
He's
name.
Batman for a time.
He's Batman for a time. He's the only one that could pick up the mantle because he's the first Robin. There's many more reasons. Also, fuck Damien, but I love Damien at the same time. He's annoying.
I love Damien in the movies. I don't know how he is in the comics. I love him.
I need to see it.
He just recently got better. When they
He
first
did.
reintroduced him, he was a pain in the ass, and I couldn't stand him.
I saw a scene from on
Damien.
Twitter.
I love Damien.
I saw
like
a scene
him now.
on Twitter
Now.
in Batman Husk where Damien was telling
Don't be fucking. You make sure you use protection.
yeah, I was like, wait, hold up. And then he said, because Bruce said, like, she was an ex-criminal. And then Damien said, well, you did my mother. So,
He was like, you have a terrible taste in women.
like, I was like, yo, he dissed his own mother and dissed his father in the same scene. I was like, yo, I gotta see Batman Husk. I gotta see this.
You would also be a weird kid if you were raised by assassins.
I love Damien,
Yeah,
bro.
and your
is true.
grandfather's an immortal.
That first movie when they introduced him, and he was
That ain't no kid.
that first movie when they introduced him, and they had like you know how the end credits.
Oh, yeah.
They showed like his fight with Damien when he was fucking not Damien, Dick Grayson when he was fucking him up. That shit was funny as hell. I'm like, yo, I love this little nigga.
But I agree with Ray because he said that at 3 years old he had to climb Mount Everest as a challenge from the freaking League of Assassins. I'm like, you're 3 years
That's some
old.
killer shit.
That's like
some killer shit, bro.
3 years old going to Mount Everest just because of training the
Definitely
League of
go to,
Assassins.
the silent step or whatever the fuck that shit called.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, fam. Like, but I do go, James, when you're being raised by the League of Assassins, your mother's Talia, and also your father, your grandfather, is freaking Ra's al Ghul, and your father's the Batman that's fear of Gotham, I get it. You're going to be a fuck up kid. But definitely Dick is my favorite. And for...
we know.
once I said it, I was like, damn it, someone's going to get me. But best written, it could either be top 3 for me. It could be Dick Grayson, Terry McGinnis, or Tim Drake. Those are my top 3 best written as well.
Tim Drake has been through some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He went through some serious shit.
And plus in Rebirth, my dude went through shit of being captured and everything. It's just in the beginning of Rebirth and everything. Like, yo, the whole comic book issue just got Rebirth, and you're getting captured by a Time Lord that wants to do a whole lesson for the Watchmen and all this because of Bruce is like, I feel bad. Like, Tim has no break.
Like, he's the smartest person. He's the smartest Robin.
That is true.
And he actually had to experience all the bad stuff that happened. If Bruce was not Batman, Dick did not want to do it. Jason literally was gun blazing Batman, and he gets killed. Damien takes over with the League of Assassins and everything, but that failed completely. And Tim has to bear the responsibilities of being the next Batman and no more Robin, a whole time criminal doing all this crazy stuff just so they have a chance for the whole Watchmen, like Doomsday Clock and everything like that. I think it was really well written, and then him literally controlling Brother Eye.
Yes,
Literally,
Brother Eye, yeah.
Yeah, Brother Eye that he already perfected in the future, just bring it back in the past. Literally, in this whole entire bat suit is the whole Brother Eye. It's like, and I'm already controlling that satellite. Everything completed. That was really well written story indeed.
There's a question by Bloody, not a question, more of a statement. Do you think that what he said is that Batman is just like the Punisher in a way? Would you agree to that statement?
I mean,
Punisher
Thomas
kills
Wayne Batman.
I mean, so what I'm gonna say to that is that yes, Batman easily could have been the Punisher.
Yeah,
He just
For sure.
he retained that one shred of humanity that kept him
Correct.
from becoming the Punisher. So,
I agree with what James just said. Thomas Wayne is more like the Punisher. That was
Yeah,
my
I mean,
answer.
that's the only
Bruce
choice.
Wayne
he's
is not.
He basically
he literally
was the
is.
Punisher.
He is the
He-
Punisher in that life.
It's just like I said, Bruce Wayne somehow still retains that one shred of humanity that keeps him from doing that. So
Because that's why he never went to the edge to actually kill the Joker in most of the runs because of that reason. To still,
I still have this whole semblance that Bruce Wayne doesn't kill the Joker because he knows that he would get bored, and so that's why he never kills him. Yeah,
Dude, no bullshit. So
There are worse
there's
villains out there.
there are, but that's why I say that's why he doesn't kill the Joker. It's because like he would get bored.
all right. Hold up.
At
Question
the
this.
end of the day, the Joker ain't gonna destroy the world.
All right, so
You
question.
know?
'Cause I mean-
in all comic book, manga, and anime, who do you think the best duo of hero and villain? Like, for example, Batman and Joker, Lex and Clark. Like, that's an example of hero and
Barry
villain.
and Thawne.
Barry and Thawne. Okay, yeah, but more example, like
I like that one. Though.
But
that
is that your
one's like one
answer
of the fucking best.
for?
Are we staying DC only?
No, Marvel comic book on one side and then manga and anime on one side. Like, who do you think
It's definitely Professor X and Magneto.
That's gonna be one.
Hell
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna
That's a
mention.
very
That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I chose Barry and Thawne because when you look at what Thawne has done to Barry in the comics, like every time Barry would get a friend as a kid, Thawne would go back in time and kill that friend's entire lineage just so that he doesn't exist. Like Thawne has plagued Barry literally throughout time.
I know y'all seen that. I know y'all seen that in that video. It was me, Barry.
Oh yeah,
I jacked you off at the speed of light so that you thought you came at a woman's touch. Yo, that is some Thawne shit, bro.
I can't stand him, but yeah, that's a bad guy. Like literally a bad guy. He's just bad. Like nothing good about that dude.
that is my answer for the DC side, Barry and Thawne. For the Marvel side, I would have to agree. With what Sensei said, Professor X and Magneto, because there are a flip toss and a coin for what each of them value, and they don't ever go to the route of killing each other. They respect each other such in a well manner way, but they also have different ideals, but also the same goals. It's just in a different manner, and I find that really beautiful written as well. And the way it first started written in the era of the whole Nazi and everything, and political segregation and everything in that time. So it's really well written. So that's one of my favorite hero and villain on that side.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's hard to beat, man. Because I mean, when you look at Professor S and Magneto, they're pretty much allegories for Malcolm X and Martin Luther King for me. Like, you just look at these people who have different experiences about the same thing and just go about it in different ways, but they have the exact same goal. But for me in Marvel, I would have to give it to Reed Richards and Doctor Doom. Like, Doctor Doom is my favorite Marvel villain ever, and just watching that battle of wits back and forth.
I would say like, Doctor Doom and anybody.
Yeah, dude.
Doctor Doom don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I was actually kind of thinking Namor and T'Challa.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Battle of the Kings, yeah.
That one's I like that one. Like
I kind of forget about that sometimes because not because I don't care about Black Panther or plus Namor. It's just that a lot of people don't talk about it as one, and plus Namor is kind of forgotten since is only done in the comic books and is never really done in the cartoons back before as well. So it's just
Namor was a good guy.
No, he's technically a bad guy towards Black Panther.
He's like an
it depends.
Hero.
It depends. He's more of an anti-hero villain, but it depends on his role. But usually against
you
T'Challa,
could say the same thing about Aquaman, because I mean, if you're against like Atlantis, then he doesn't give a fuck about you. Like it's war at that point. So it's that kind of thing with Namor.
Yeah, because the thing is that with Aquaman / Namor, you have to care about the whole ocean, and that's literally 3/4 of the world. And when you literally have to care about 3/4 of the world, and plus the 7 seas, aka the 7 kingdoms, is where it's a lot more pressure. And when humans are trash, and when when you're in comic books, they're more trash because they want to do more trash stuff. So that's when you have to be the bigger dick and say, you know what, since you don't care about my water, I'm gonna just kill you. So that's when Namor becomes or looks like the bad guy from that type of scenario.
Sam, what about you?
I was gonna say either Peter Parker and the Osborns, or with Venom. Yeah,
Spider-Man is my favorite comic book character ever.
And Osborn, so many great stories, like so many messed up shit, but it's so well written and like, oh my god, it feels so much in heartstring. You feel just so sorry for Harry.
I have to agree, because one of my favorite run is when the Hobgoblin goes mad and literally kidnaps Mary Jane on their wedding, I think, or their honeymoon. I forgot which issue run that was, but that was a good issue because the speech or monologue that he told on Peter, like, this is what you get for ruining the Osborn family, stuff like that. I'm just paraphrasing, but it was just a good run, like showing that how much the Osborn has been affected by, and like just being a Peter Parker 14-year-old when he got his powers. Oh, it depends on the issue. Knowing that how much pressure he has, and the famous quote that has been told 60 years, that with great power comes with great responsibility with Uncle Ben. It's like so much pressure for this kid.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what about DC? And then we can talk about some anime characters.
Yeah, I definitely got Flash and Thawne, like you said.
Uh-huh.
If it ain't Flash and Thawne, I don't really fuck with the Superman Lex parallel. I don't really fuck with the Batman Joker parallel.
It's good in the comics. With Lex and Super is better in the comics than TV and cartoons, but it's great in the comics. One I do suggest is when he has a son with Jonathan Kent. When he has a son, that's a good run with Lex and Super because their ideals are much better against a battle with each other. So I do suggest if you ever want to read that run, that's a good run.
Okay. I really don't know. I don't read too much DC comics. So that's why if I had to say anybody, it's just got to be Flash. Flash is my favorite DC character, so I love all Flash stories.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I got Flash and Thawne.
I like Ra's and Bruce Wayne's feud.
Ra's al Ghul,
Their feud is usually always really good.
the demon.
I like it.
I've never not liked that. I'll be honest.
I do agree.
But I like Flash and Thawne as well. But like, if I was gonna pick one, it's like, hey, this dude's gonna fuck with you. When he does, he gonna come fuck shit up.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. I mean, Ra's al Ghul has the funds. He also has the training. He has the reach.
Yep.
Same thing as Bruce Wayne, and even more.
Exactly.
So that's like, a really good one.
I like them. Like that's always one when I was like, oh, that's happening. I'm gonna pay attention to this. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right,
So what about anime? What about anime heroes and villains? What about that pairing?
Can I say wait, no, it's not spoiler. So Deku and Shigaraki. Right.
That's turned into a really good one.
It's turning, no spoilers or anything, but it's turned to a really great one. It started off slow, but it's really becoming like a beautiful flower.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna say like right now it's kind of like cranked it up.
Yeah,
just right now.
Just
Sensei.
right now, like before these last 3 chapters.
No, last 3. No, last 20. Last 20. Sensei. Last 20.
Cap.
Last 20.
I'll give you 8 tops.
I'm not
20.
gonna lie, he right.
20 chapters?
No. Well, right. 20 is because that's when it fully started with the whole miracle and stuff. But
So I'm agreeing.
He didn't wake up 20 chapters ago?
I'm agreeing with Sensei here because, like, look,
Well,
they knew that, like, Deku and Shigaraki knew of each other for that last time that they met. But ever since then, they just been kind of like doing their own thing, not even really thinking about each other. Like, they knew each other existed. And they were like, one day we gonna have a showdown.
Right. You're a villain. I'm a hero. I know I'm gonna have to meet you in these streets.
But like just recently, they ain't gave a shit about each other.
Oh yeah. So I do agree. That's one of Flip Toss. Deku and Shigaraki. My second one, and then you guys is Vash the Stampede and Knife, his brother. Those two are flip tops because it literally is what it is. Vash goes for love and peace, and Vash just wants destruction for his brother and see him suffer and everything. He don't care who gets hurt around him. He don't care what happened as long as his brother Vash gets hurt and suffers for. Even though Vash never did nothing wrong to him, but in his eyes, Knife believes that he hurt him by crashing themselves in his plan and all that. But I don't want to. In case nobody's seen Trigon, it's been 20-something years, but. I suggest for anybody that's not seen Trigon, it's one of the best short series, 26 episodes that you guys should see. Great storytelling, but Vash and Knives is what I would suggest. Those two.
Okay.
Anybody else that don't want to go next?
Right off the top, I would say like man, I just had it in my head and I completely forgot.
I would go a little bit old school. I would say Yugi and Kaiba.
That's like the
Yes,
OG.
sir. Motherfucking third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck, nigga.
That's the almost.
I need that as a soundbite.
Yes.
I need that as a whole ass soundbite.
I'll get it. It's at the 113 mark.
Yes, sir.
Let's say that's a good one.
I got it. Alucard and Anderson.
That's in the Castlevania, right?
No.
Helsing.
From Helsing.
Okay, I have not seen Helsing.
Oh,
That's-
dude, treat yourself. Treat yourself.
That's just like fun. Just like, oh wow, like great action.
Watch Helsing Ultimate.
So I'm gonna say Ippo and Miyata, and Hajime no Ippo.
Okay.
Those dudes literally be boxing. It's great. I love it.
Vegeta and Frieza.
Nah.
Why not?
I was gonna say the Joestars and Dio.
Yeah, I was literally
about to
gonna
say
say
that
that,
too.
bro.
That's
I
fine.
was gonna say that, bro.
Generational
Come on, bro.
feud. So I mean, that's a good one.
Come on, bro.
That's literally generations of generations. That's literally Dio just hating them for no goddamn reason. Just literally just because he was jealous in the beginning of Jonathan. Like, literally that never would have happened if Dio never got into the family. But that's a good one, Sam. Open
Ooh.
Sensei, since he was about to say it.
I was, but no, that's yours. Guts and Griffith.
Haven't seen Berserk, but I know of it though.
Okay.
Guts and Griffith is one of the craziest, if not the craziest character stories I've ever read in my fucking life.
If
Like,
I ever hear somebody say, "Yo, Griffith's one of my favorite characters,"
nigga,
I'm
the nigga is, bro. He's cold, bro. Like the Golden Age arc is one of the best, if not the best arc I've ever read, bro. Like straight up, G. Like their relationship, without getting too spoilery, their relationship goes from rivals, like kind of like friendly rivalry,
yeah.
to like a mix between romantic and like, you know, overly friendly, kind of romantic, kind of sexual, potentially sexual, to like protect, like, you know what I'm saying, a protector, kind of like needy, to like head on fucking enemies, bro. Like it is insane, but they're like still perfectly connected as like friends, like best fucking friend, bro. You niggas need to read it. Does anybody in here read Berserk?
Berserk. So
I
No.
read a couple.
You
I
have
haven't read it.
A few.
you have Ray, but you know what I'm saying, G?
I know. I know what you're saying, and it's like
He's like, I know.
Y'all do need to read it because like I
Bro, it's
Berserk-
like
I'm just gonna say
so
Berserk is-
crazy.
Berserk is messed up.
Well, question for Sam and Sensei, since I can't really ask Ray and Jameson if they haven't really delved into One Piece. Do we have a hero or villain for One Piece, really?
We do, but I wouldn't. They
But
not
not fleshed
that
out.
compelling yet.
I don't know. it's like
Blackbeard
it's
and
much-
Luffy, right? It's just not there
Yeah,
yet.
but like that's
It's
what I'm
not-
saying. It's not there yet. The same way
just-
we were just talking about with Deku and Shigaraki.
Shigaraki.
It wasn't there yet. It was
It
like
was
we know
not-
you niggas gonna have to fight
not
eventually.
there.
I mean,
Eventually, but then it's not like they both. There wasn't too much interaction between both Luffy and Blackbeard. Like they just know what each other had done.
Yeah.
They haven't really had that whole
Man who doesn't read
full-on
One Piece,
confrontation.
what do y'all think about Luffy and Sanji? Are they still competing?
Sanji?
No.
They never
No.
compete, my guy.
Oh yeah, nah, bro. You watched the anime? You caught up in anime?
No,
Nope.
he's on the first 100 or less episodes. He ain't even close to anything yet. He's in the first.
They will be rivals.
That's probably Zoro and Sanji you're talking about.
Zoro and Sanji?
Sanji.
You have to be talking about Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah, because Luffy and Sanji never had a
This
rival
nigga Ray.
competition.
I respect your captain.
But I do hope on the topic quick thing is that I do hope Oda gives the more Blackbeard and plus Luffy conversation more down the line.
Okay.
That's what I do hope for, because if we're gonna end the series with the big bad Blackbeard for what he did to Luffy and everything, I hope we end with that, because that's what I'm hoping for, to get that type of.
But it would have to be way more to that story for me to even really like their dynamic.
because
As of now, it's just looking like
yeah.
he's the one pirate Luffy gotta beat.
Yeah, because right now with Wano, a lot of people have to really criticism with Wano, because Twitter and whatever YouTubers, they're in half and half with Wano. But there's a whole different segment, a whole conversation. But I really hope down the line Oda condense those two characters and have their type of rivalry bit and bit, and then get it fleshed out down the line. So, Sam, you agree? And plus Sensei?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like the close rivalry we kind of seen was Ace and Blackbeard, because they actually do have history.
Oh yeah.
They're both in the same place, same group, but then one had to stab the other person in the back,
Right.
and now one out for revenge. There's a good story of rivalry from that, and how it ended.
Yeah.
But other rivalry, there really wasn't much, because each arc had their own Luffy versus a different villain every single time. It's just each people had their own different stories.
And it kind of makes me wish, like it makes me wish that they kind of expounded more upon the revolutionaries, because
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
very well see like a dragon and Akainu, a dragon and anybody from the Marines or the world government having that type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, since we don't really know, it's like, you know what I mean?
Quick comment on that. I hope he does another light novel like what he did, what he did with A Story. I think he should do something with more with the Rich and Army because you could tell so
I think
much.
he could keep doing that even after the series stops.
Yeah, I agree because he could do so much more with the whole Rich and Army. Because literally, there are the Rich and Army that's that's been out for years and that they've been doing this with Dragon. He left his son for a reason because he literally was a fuck up dad that didn't care about his own son. He gave birth and said, "All right, cool. All right, Grandpa, you take care of him." So he literally did his own thing. Said, "You know what? Instead of being a father, I'm gonna go raise a whole army to change the world instead." You can literally tell a good six light novels on that. And then you know what? Bochi could draw that again because I want Bochi to continue drawing One Piece because he's doing a well job.
Facts.
But
so I kind of want to flip the question. So what do you guys think is like the best like proper rivals, like Deku and Bakugo, like that type of relationship where it's like they're constantly at odds only to make each other stronger type thing? Like who do you think like has the best relationship?
Goku and Vegeta I gotta throw up there.
I was about to say that, yeah.
They do.
For sure. Zoro and Sanji, I for sure gotta throw up there. Although they don't speak to the make each other stronger part as much. It's kind of just understood, like that they love each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like they hate each other so much that they love each other.
Yeah.
Does Eren count against himself because he
funny as hell?
No, like does Eren count because it's kind of him being a rival of his own self and his own goals and his mission, right, James and Sam? Because
I cannot.
I don't see it, man.
Yeah. The thing is that I didn't want to.
Oh shit!
I was trying to avoid spoilers for the manga. That's why I'm trying to go like away from the.
No, you're not going anyway, and I don't know what's happening to that. But then, like,
so nobody understood me there. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Eren is not a rival with himself, bro.
He is not his own worst enemy. Believe that. He is not his own worst enemy.
I mean, he kind of is, but that's not what I was referencing. He kind of is his worst enemy in a way.
Thing is, James knows what I'm trying to say. I'm just not succeeding at it. That's right now.
Let me see.
What's also a good rival? I would say. I would like to say Naruto and Sasuke, but it could have been written better. But kind of
really didn't want to make each other stronger. Them niggas was Naruto was out to be his friend. Sasuke was out to kill. So
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that could be, but it's just a weird relationship. It's like, I don't know how to.
What about Gon and Hisoka?
Yeah, I would say them.
I was gonna say Ichigo and Aizen, but then it seems it wasn't too much. No,
he was controlling him his whole life, so that damn near takes away from the whole rival.
That sounds like the whole Dawn and Barry thing.
How about
That's hella sick, bro. You can't do that. You can't compare that to Bleach. Like Aizen isn't a time traveler. He just fucking knew what to do. He just knew that if I do this today, 30 years from now, it's gonna make this nigga do this.
Control everybody in delusion.
How? Like you must really bet on your money for Isaac because he literally said, "If I do this right now, I really have to hope this works out in 30 years." That's like really betting on your money.
That's why they say he's a genius. Like because how did you know that? You didn't travel in time. You just knew that. You just knew people so well and knew situations so well and knew the world so well that. Which is why it's bullshit. When it first came out and it was first released, that was the first time anybody had ever heard some shit like that happen. Like, oh no, I planned your whole life out from the beginning. You thought this, that was me. This, that was me. So when we watched it, it was, oh shit, this nigga cold. But then when it happened again, the second, like in Naruto, it was like, all right, bro, this is bullshit. And it makes you go back and look at Aizen like, yo, that's bullshit. G. Like, that's bullshit, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Which is why I be harking on niggas now when they be like, Aizen's one of the greatest anime villains of all time. I'm like, yeah, but that Planned Your Life Out shit was ass.
I'd have to say, speaking of Bleach, Bleach has one of the best OSTs. One of my favorite OST from Bleach is Hueco Mundo's OST. That shit be looking sounds so good, and also it has that little nice Spanish type of Mexican type of theme. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is good.
I can't wait for Bleach to come back next year, even though if it's still confirmed to come back next year, because who knows what happened with COVID, trying to postponing it. But if it still comes out next year, I'm still hyped for it.
I like Shinra and Nightwing.
Arthur, right?
Yeah, I like Shinra and Arthur as rivals.
Yeah, for sure.
I fuck with them. What else? Who else?
In the comments says good rivalries says Diva versus Blood, Revi versus Roberta, Black Lagoon, Birdie versus Nartuda, Birdie and the Mighty Decode, Hero U versus Melinda, Peacecraft, Gundam Wing. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. From Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. That's a really good one.
Cannon versus Alfred Ashuda Cannon. Kenshin versus Shishiho, Ruin Kenshin, and
that was good. Yeah.
Mugen versus. Okay, it makes sense.
Mugen versus Jin for sure.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Mugen and Jin for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely would say another very good rivalry was also Edward versus his height, because he always gotta make fun of that.
You're funny as hell, bro. Like, you're funny as shit, bro. Versus his height, I would give you Mustang a little bit, but even that kind of died off. Like, it didn't last as a rivalry. Like, they kind of went their own separate ways on their own separate paths. It became less of a rivalry and more of a just we two niggas doing something that we want to do, we believe in, because our niggas got hurt.
True. He also
Ed
says
versus Father was a really good fight.
That was a good
such
fight.
good
In
God
Brotherhood,
damn.
Brotherhood, that was amazing. I did not see the original, but Brotherhood, that was an amazing fight. That was good.
Damn.
Shit, Greed versus Wrath.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good rivalry.
Raph versus anybody.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Raph was just that nigga, bro. He was fucking amazing. Fucking amazing, bro. Ray, you good? You look like you just seen somebody get smacked up several times. You straight?
No, I just watched somebody spend $100,000 on a box of Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, that's the look. That was the look.
I mean,
That's
like,
how many
Lamborghini.
how many first edition Exodias do they have? And
Right. The thing, I feel like, how many
You know
rares
what?
you think you really gonna get? from
I
that?
never understood Pokemon game. Like, sorry, not the video
I
game,
said
the card
Exodia.
game.
He's talking about Pokemon. I'm so sorry.
I know.
That's why Ray. That's why Ray gave you that look. That's why I didn't say anything. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let him slide. But I never understood the Pokemon card game. I never understood that, like, how to play. I never understood like how that went.
It's easier than Yu-Gi-Oh.
No,
It's
it's
much
not.
easier than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh understood it in a heartbeat. Now I can't understand it. There's too many rules.
Yu-Gi-Oh
now.
was the only
Come on
card game I
now.
ever played
Come on
besides
now,
Magic.
now. Pokemon is much easier than Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
I'm
nah.
thinking myself, like, it's just no. You had to count in Pokemon. Like, you had to. There were a lot more counters. So, like, if you couldn't count, yeah, you were bad at Pokemon.
I guess I never had the right people to teach me or the right friends.
I never played the Pokemon card.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, the easiest one to play technically for me is Magic Gathering. That was the easiest.
Magic
one.
is actually much easier
It's
too.
stupid.
Yeah,
easy.
love
You just
Magic.
have to, like, that one's the game that literally the cards matter the most. Like, if you got bad cards, you ain't gonna win.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Pokemon was alright.
cards.
Pokemon was, I like Pokemon cards to look at because they was the best looking.
Oh yeah, they were great.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh cards look better.
I like they look that
Stardust
Pokemon cards
Dragon?
look aight.
Have you seen Stardust Dragon? One of my favorite dragon cards and everything. It look
I don't know
amazing.
what you're talking about. Sound like you made that up, but I don't know.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Best Yugi, and as you say, he was one of the best ones. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, riding on a motorcycle and dueling at the same time. Tell me now that's fly.
Dumb.
Sounds like a reach.
Yeah.
Really? Come on, that was amazing. And the dub song,
You gotta add motorcycles.
Yeah, why you gotta add motorcycles?
it's just fun. Like, just, having your own deck and just start riding. Be like,
No,
I'm
that's a
summon.
fucking. Not only is
Tuner.
that a fire hazard, that's
Start
a
a-
driving
That was like the director's like, "Hey, what you like?" He was like, "Yu-Gi-Oh! And Fast and Furious." Got it. All right.
Say less. Say less, King.
Okay.
I got you.
I don't know if 5Ds, because 5Ds came out, no, it probably didn't come out before Fast and Furious. I don't know. So maybe Ray's right. Who knows? Maybe he got some type of inspiration. Who knows?
I mean, Fast and Furious was 2001. I mean, it's possible.
It could be
It's very possible.
because 5Ds came out, I think, in the States already, I think in 2007, 2008, and it probably in Japan it probably came out 2006. So maybe they thought the idea when Too Fast, Too Furious came out. Maybe, who knows? So maybe Ray came up to something.
Maybe
Who
I
knows?
made it. Who knows? I don't know.
But they do make a lot. You can't make money if you're lucky to like pick out the right cards if you're doing profitable though.
5Ds is the best Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't get out of here, how dare you?
I still will be on top of the saying Super
How
Saiyan
dare-
4. Super Saiyan 4 is best transformation.
Here we go. Listen here, boy. Okay.
Just Sensei, what's your favorite transformation
Here we
Goku.
go.
of any of Dragon Ball? Of any lore?
It's a fusion.
About to say he ain't about to say no whack ass Super Saiyan 4. I'm just
Gogeta or Gogeta
Vegito.
or Vegito?
Vegito fusion against Super Buu was like my favorite shit ever.
That shit was the stakes. Everybody was going down.
Everybody was dead already. Everybody was dead. It was just him.
He killed everybody. He was like, yo, if we don't beat him right here, like it's a wrap. He won.
Yeah, the whole planet was dessert, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna say so. My favorite transformation now, recently, when Goku goes blue for the first time in the Broly movie, like in this newest one,
He didn't need to scream like that, G.
he had to say
Screaming's
it
a
was-
staple
he had
at this
to say it was
point.
his entire body, not just his chest.
It was
It was
kinda-
whole body.
No, I wasn't talking about with the transformation. I'm talking about before when he was getting smacked around and it was like, like
He's strong ass dude because he likes pain.
I
Listen,
just
it's
love
okay.
it. I just love it how Broly literally was whooping ass Goku literally through all the icebergs out of nowhere. I just love
Goku is
it.
definitely a sadist.
He is.
Definitely a
He
sadist.
loves pain. He loves to get his ass whooped. He does.
But I love it how in that movie Vegeta did not get the ass whip. It was Goku. I love it how Goku was literally.
where did that nigga go? He
So-
was gone for the majority
He
of
was like, hey, you know what? I know what's about to happen, so he could go.
Literally, where did that nigga
Broly
go?
literally was going everywhere from, even though the whole iceberg turned to a whole volcano. Like it
He
went from
didn't
ice
show
to
up,
volcano.
bro. He didn't show back up until after Broly went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he was like, hey, I'm gonna go chill over here. I didn't do my light work for the day.
You done missed 3 transformations.
Like, where you been? I was over there.
Like, hey, I didn't get my ass whipped in the movie, so how much is waiting? You get your ass whipped while you get your ass whipped through the whole iceberg and shit. So
He's like,
you
I know
do you,
like
my guy.
that, so here you go.
But no, what pissed me off was that he came back and like had damage. Like he had like battle damage on his suit. So I'm like, but you wasn't damaged.
Yo.
He did rub some dirt on his suit. It's like, hey, we gotta make it. He actually did something. Hold
I
on.
love that movie, but it just be little shit. I'll be like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I love what Bloody said. I love what Bloody said. It's true. The first Super Saiyan of Goku was great when Frieza did, but then he said that, but you cannot blame it for the long build up for those.
Super
epic-
Saiyan 3?
No.
Super
For the
Saiyan
first
3
one,
was-
like the
was
first,
crazy.
the
Super
first
Saiyan
one was
really
Frieza.
long.
Some of the hyper shit ever when I was a kid.
Yeah, bro.
It-
Super
it
Saiyan
was
3
literally-
was overhyped. 3
No.
episodes of hype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
first few, but the first one with Frieza, 8 episodes of him going rah. The first fusion, the first Super Saiyan against Frieza.
Was it like that? I don't remember the
It was
first
8
transformation being
episodes.
like that, bro.
It was 8 episodes, and the announcer saying, "Stay tuned for the next episode." Goku's going Super Saiyan.
See, I
It
don't
wasn't that long.
Okay,
It was one
okay.
episode, bro.
No, it was
It was
not
literally
one.
1.5.
So I will say the episode.
One and a half because it was the episode when Krillin
Okay.
died.
It,
It ended
was
before
3.
he transformed, and then he transformed in the next one.
Yeah.
I just know fully it was 3 episodes, but it felt like 8. But I know it was 3 fully because I've seen
No,
clips.
no.
You watch the
Super
free-
Saiyan 3 legit was 3 episodes.
Yeah.
legit 3 episodes of him like transforming.
It was like if you were like it was like he got
I'm
to the
pretty
spot.
sure Sean Schimmel yelled in a booth for 60 minutes. Wait,
But he did say he passed out because I think there's an article of him saying he passed out screaming for some
Yelled for 60 minutes straight.
But it was amazing of how the announcer literally stay tuned for next episode when he reaches Super Saiyan 3. I was like, we are in the 3rd episode, so fucking get there. And then at the end, he finally gets there.
I'll never say that was not hype for me. I love that,
bro.
shit.
Because the episode ended once the transformation was done.
But he apologized at the end. He literally said, "Sorry that took so long."
Yo, I was screaming though. Like I was so hype, it made no fucking sense. Dude. I was screaming.
And
it was so good to be a kid back then. It was no internet to spoil us. We ain't know mangas was a thing. I didn't know the Dragon Ball manga was a thing. So I had no way of knowing that was gonna happen or what it was gonna look like. You know what I mean? Like so we didn't
know what it was gonna look like.
I agree because
like, hey, yo, where his eyebrows go? That's sick.
And plus, back then, you didn't really like back then when the director and everything did the cutscene, you didn't know when it was gonna cut the episode. Back then, you just watching, you be like, "Let's go, let's go." They're like, "Stay tuned to be continue."
They was gonna cut an episode. It's like they about to end it right here.
Yeah,
something good about to happen. They about to.
As soon as you heard,
yeah,
I hate it.
No.
You knew the song. You knew the song.
That's as soon as you heard that, you knew it.
But the thing is, it's kind of same because I love reacting with Sam. I love reacting with Sam. With Sam, it's all the time fun. Me and him make jokes. We always make jokes out of nowhere. But when we're about to know, like, I know when the episode about to end. But then when Sam told me, like, they're about to end the episode right here, the OST, I'm like, damn it. He has to remind me. I'm trying to ignore that's about to end. And it's such a good ending right now. We're about to get there and say, like, you see? And I'm like,
whenever things get really good, just know that it's about to end. Any anime, just pick
I'm like,
one.
I will say these Crunchyroll originals have been real sneaky with theirs though. Like
I love it.
It's like a little bit of a ramp up and then boom, end.
I love it how Ray expects an end credit, like, end credit, come on, let's go. Like, damn, you son of a bitch, no end credit tonight.
And they never did it again.
But I love how Ray waits all the time when he literally could just fast forward, like, okay, let's go next.
I like the anticipation. It's a part of the experience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
Better use of his time.
It's funny. So,
can we talk about God of High School for a hot minute?
Yeah,
Yes,
go
sure.
ahead.
I haven't seen the last episode. But
What do you?
I missed the latest episode. Sorry.
It would really help if y'all have seen this episode. So I think I'm gonna hold up. Like, is it like this is important because like they did some shit that I was like, come on.
They pulled out more stands.
No. Say it, Ray.
Legitimate. So I'm just gonna put it out there for you. So there's a character that's black, but he's like Black Star Black. He ain't black like that.
Black Star Black
from One Punch Man or whatever his name is.
One Punch Man.
Oh, Alloy Blackshine.
Yeah, whatever his name. Yeah, he's like he ain't that black. He's like like
Tannoy. That guy isn't black at all.
Yeah,
it's not.
He's actually doing blackface.
Yeah, exactly. And so they did a very similar thing with the character in this episode.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, okay. But apparently, but everybody on the internet was like, well, bro, you're not even reading it. No, motherfucker, I ain't reading it. I'm watching it. They're like, you haven't read it, so because there's so many other black characters. Well, yeah, but that's not the point. I'm saying this character is wearing blackface, and that's not okay. That's what I'm saying.
And I was hyped for Darkshine when I was reading One Punch Man.
Same. And then that shit came out, and I was like, oh. So that's what this is gonna be. Okay,
but I do get why Ray was bothered because
I appreciate them for keeping it in though. Don't pussy out and take it out.
Because I do. Okay.
Hey, by the way, he been black the whole time. That I would have been fine with that.
That because thing is, I do get where Ray's coming because when I watched the episode and he told me beforehand, and then when I saw it, and when he said that he wears a lot of tanning oil just to be that tan, like dark skin color, it's like really like you could just say I just use a lot of oil so those weapons get off me like that. You didn't have to.
That made it seem like at first it's like when she went to grab him, he was real slippery, and it's like, oh, okay, a clear tactic. You oil up your body so you're hard to hold. Great, but he's like, oh no, it's tannin oil. I'm like,
Like really, like that, like that's where I understood where Ray was coming from. Like, okay, I get it, cause like that would make me mad if I see a Spanish guy that's not from any of the Spanish countries, but then speaks Spanish. I'm like, but then don't even have a good Spanish accent. Like, okay, what is going on there? Like, that's just look totally off and wrong.
That types of shit happens so much in movies. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. But no, it's just that really bugged me. But they're like, yeah, but they do so much better later on. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that they do, but this still exists. This is still a thing. I mean, let me be very clear. There were still parts of that episode I thoroughly enjoyed. Because I enjoy the anime. It's just that thing I don't like.
But then it made me wonder: was that the character that pretend to be him that chose that, or was that the real character that he cloned of? That's what made me wonder.
Still.
Oh yeah, still. No matter what, it's still bad. And there's either
talking. I ain't seen the episode. You know how you get. You excited, but stop.
Overall, the ending of the episode.
Gil loves to spoil stuff, so be careful.
I know.
He almost just spoiled something, like literally the turning point of the episode. Stop talking, Miguel.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to non-spoiler Miguel. The episode, the last 15 did save it. Sorry, the last 10 did save it.
The last 10 minutes of the episode are literally the best of the entire episode. The entire episode is saved.
So it was pretty bad.
It's not like
it wasn't bad. The beginning was a little bit slow, but
I will say it's like second worst-ish overall. But the last 10 minutes of the episode
saved it.
My favorite thing out of this whole past 9 episodes, not because of the fight scene of the last 10 minutes, is more of the editing. And the editing cut scene was freaking phenomenal. I love it. As a person who wants to edit a TV show, a movie, or even an anime myself, the way they edited it was beautifully. Someone posted up on Twitter of how it was done in the webtoon, and it was so similar to the webtoon, and I was very happy to know that the director did it the way it did, and it was very beautiful.
That's a lot.
And I have to. That is a lot. I do agree, but I'll read in a second. But I have to agree with that editing wise. This was probably my favorite 10 minutes of the episode out of the whole 9. It was really well done. As an editor myself who wants to be in that good degree, it was beautifully done, and I know how well and time consuming that is. I got good props to the director and plus the editor in that staff of this episode. That's my quick thing of 9 spoilery as best I did.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what y'all think about it. Y'all have to let me know how y'all feel after y'all see the episode. I mean, since that episode existed, so
I didn't even know it existed. I would have went next week and been like, oh damn, when did I freaking get 2 episodes behind? Straight up.
Oh man, he came in, he was like, yeah, man, it's all about 8 episodes. We're like, what? 8 episodes? 9 episodes, man.
And plus, for people that are wondering, a lot of black characters are not in manga right now. Don't forget, a lot of these mangas are made in Japan. If you want to see more black characters are being made, check out Webtoon. We have some of our friends that are doing current black characters in Webtoon. You could check out Twitter. We always retweet it. There's been a new series that's also being made by them. That's also called God Punch. They're making a new series as well from them. So check it out. They're gonna be making a new series. I think it's Titan. So I forgot what's the first thing they have it in front of.
All I know is that Yin and Pat better get it in my DMs and give me that right now. That's all I know. Y'all best be sending that to me. You heard me.
You heard me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I definitely agree with that.
But no, I don't know. I want black characters to be done better in anime manga, and they have been done well. It's just that I feel like it's a cultural thing that people they just have to learn. Like it's literally something you have to learn. You can't just do it. Like because if you just do it, we get the stuff like what we just got with that. It's like no, they're dark skinned. That means they're black, right? No. So it's just. I would say it's just ignorance. That's what it is, you know. I would like to think that they're not doing that on purpose. I just think it's straight up ignorance.
Yeah,
so,
they literally don't get that much black people in
Japan.
The
fact that they made Eight Tails rap.
Oh,
yes. It was like y'all clearly just don't know.
That really threw me off. No, that really threw me off. When I first saw it and the dub as well. Back when I
the dub
Toonami,
is fucking awful.
Oh, by the way, props,
so bad.
By the way, quick props quick props to Toonami to what they did this past weekend
Facts.
for the whole Black Lives Matter.
I
Quick
love
props to them.
Toonami, dog.
Our
They,
boy Tom.
yo, that was
I knew Tom was a real one. Yep.
Steve Bloom did an amazing job for voicing that. He did an amazing job, so I'm glad he did that. It was beautiful. Props to Toonami and the staff that they chose to do that. That's a hard thing that a lot of people have to choose. The staff, the creators of Toonami. So props to them. I want to give a quick shout out to them. They did a fantastic job for that. So thank you from us, Anime Lady, and to the people that they did that for, because not a lot of people could have watched anime because of you guys. So props to them.
Facts.
But James, you were saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh no, about the 8-tail. So I just interrupted you about the 8-tail.
Oh no, I was just saying like it really pissed me off. Like I had no idea what I was watching when that happened. I'm like, why does he have to rap? Because he's black and that's what fucking black people do? Like,
Yeah, bro.
no.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It was weird. Oh, speaking about a character that actually did something, Ray, you was excited about what happened with Fire Force.
Yo, Ogun, bro. Okay.
Hey, don't spoil. I ain't seen that either.
I will not spoil this for you because that episode legitimately is like one of my favorite Fire Force things, period, so far. God, like Ogun.
It was really hard to keep Ogun like not telling Ray about Ogun.
Kept
Like,
that a whole ass secret from me because like I had no idea Ogun existed in Fire Force.
One of my podcast mates, Panda the Don, shout out Panda. She came in our chat and was like, she wants to fuck Ogun. I'm like, who the fuck is Ogun? But I didn't know who he was. Not a chance to get the name.
Where you meet him?
Oh
no, Ogun was that dude this last like just since
He was like, you wanna fuck him, Ogun.
I love that character, and it's like, yeah, I like this, like that. Yeah, that helped because I saw that episode after everything with Chadwick, and that really helped me. It was like, okay,
that was another reason why I couldn't stop reading. Like the story is just so good in the manga, and then I'm like, oh shit, Ogun's dope as fuck. Yes. Like I need to know more about this dude, and then I just kept reading until I was caught up.
And I was kind of like, well, shit, fuck shit, man, give me more.
Right?
So I don't know, like shit, like you.
Did you not fuck with the villain black dude, Mr. Stomp?
Oh yeah, loved him too.
He was amazing.
I need him to fight like somebody who's not Shimmer who could actually fight him. Like I want to see that.
Yo, I like.
He lost because main character powers. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That was main character powers that he did. I want him to fight somebody else. Like him and Arthur fight would be sick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, my dude was like the Hulk version of the show. My dude literally like built as him, literally walking, stomping. My dude had his own March brand right behind him.
I like that. I like that a lot. Like that fight was.
He literally scream. His people scream. He literally stomp. Fire in the back. I want more of this.
That David Productions is going crazy with Fire Force.
They was like, you know what? We just go give it to him with this one, and I was like, okay, please do.
Him walking with them explosions was fucking insane, impractical, but insane.
No lie, it kind of felt.
Fire Force has been impractical. It's like, but I'm not gonna lie.
Like, how are you exploding when you touch the ground, but not blowing up?
That's what it felt like.
Blowing up, but like we the main character is a nigga who also creates explosions from his feet. but he can't just do that and stay in one place.
Him doing that remind me of the type of Michael Bay scene of how Transformers is always some type of explosions like in the back, but then seeing him doing it like, I guess you're a big guy, you blow up in the bottom, but don't move. It don't work logically, but for you, I guess I will make it pass because it just makes it look cool on you. But I love it because you're that dude, you're that powerful. I fuck with it.
Facts.
Yeah, just screw physics just so it can look cool. Sure.
I was fine with that. It looked cool as hell.
Yep.
It did look cool. I'm not gonna lie. You can't say it didn't look cool.
Shit. I was like, can I do that?
Yeah.
I walk in every room like that. Hey,
so are we ready to make a decision on Tower of God versus God of High School?
Ooh, nope.
I'm just talking about the first season, 10 episodes.
Okay.
But the thing is, you're 9 episodes in right now.
I'm gonna be very.
Wasn't it only 10 episodes of Tower of God?
Oh no, that's 13.
12.
Was it?
13.
That's 13. Tower of God.
Tower of God got 13.
I will say though, just based on where we were now at this point in Tower of God, I was still also just kind of like, I was like, okay, no, I'm starting to like this too, but I think I liked Tower of God just a little bit more at this point.
Initially, okay.
Initially, right now. The fights in God of High School, amazing, but
The plot.
Tower of God gave me that plot that was like, ooh, this shit's juicy.
I
need
do
more.
have
real true. Yeah, I agree.
Ray said it correctly initially right now because I have more questions. With Tower of God is like what happened with Bob. Rachel still fuck you, bitch. So that's that. But she did belong because I get it. You're selfish. You want to go up the tower. I get it. But for you to drop bomb just like that, fuck you, bitch. But for my boy, got a high school, I have more questions, not enough answers. Is more, and it's more like what is these characters going and everything else. But I'm excited to see what it is for God High School, which I'm more excited to read. If I go to the webtoon side, is more Tower of God right now at the moment because I love God High School animation and the art, but it's not going to translate the same in God High School webtoon. But I'm more interested for the lore of Tower of God right now at the moment.
I would give it to Tower of God story wise for now because with God of High School, like just like what Vash said, like there isn't too many questions when it comes to God of High School, but when it comes to Tower of God, there's like every episode is like 10 questions every single time it ends. You get one answer, but 10 more questions in front of it. But if it was just for like fight and action, yeah, God of High School have touched, like literally put in their A games in some of their episodes, like with Jin and Han, the right now like from this past recent episode
Moira?
as well. Sorry?
Are you talking about Yomira? The girl?
No. Sorry, yeah. I was talking about the main two fights where they technically become best friends afterwards. In this.
Oh, yeah.
Han?
Yeah.
Yes, Han.
You talking about Han and Mira?
Yeah.
Well, no, they ain't become friends. Han beat the shit out of Mira.
No. Is this in the latest episode? Damn, spoiler.
No.
No. That was an older. No.
You've seen this.
Wait, are we talking about
Jin and Han.
Okay, yeah, when he was fighting over after his friend died and he was upset.
Yeah. Like that was like the most story I've ever gotten.
I would say that of the three characters, Han has had the best story.
Yeah, I think he had the best story, and that's the only thing they kind of emphasis on. Everything else since the first 25 chapters, because I was doing back and forth of the anime and the manga together. There's a lot of great story from the webtoons, and the anime is cutting so much of it. It's just you don't care too much about each of these characters because you're not giving us enough plot and story of them. Not like with God of High School, where you kind of do a little bit of every other characters. You don't have to know their past and full entire story, but their actions or their comedy aspects. Because Rack, we just thought he was just a big dude,
literally.
Everything. But he was just very, very cocky and intimidating, just a funny dude. Like that's it. That's all you need for other side characters and stuff like that. But the story, the only give the backstory of the princesses from what Rachel, princesses Rachel, and that's it.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Which they're gonna be bringing emphasis of why these princesses are more important. But at least we can look forward to that in like the future episodes. With God of High School, there wasn't as much story in each of their characters. If they enough.
All right, so I gotta know something real quick, just real quick. So, y'all One Piece heads, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So, when was it in One Piece where you were like, "This is this shit. This is
like goated."
Yeah.
Where?
Nothing specific, but like when was it exactly? Can you remember?
So I'm gonna give you two answers. As when it got me hooked to continue watching and reading, is Alabasta arc is when it got me hooked and started reading the series and watching. Is Alabasta arc. When I thought it was golden, is the Enies Lobby. Robin moment. That's what I'm gonna say. Not to give spoilers, because I know Ray and James have not seen it, and people and anybody have not touched One Piece yet. I want to say the Robin moment in Enies Lobby. That's my moment.
For me, it was episode 50. or chapter 50. I was watching before I was reading. The Bariotti.
I know.
When Mihawk pulled up.
Yep, I knew it. I know by heart.
That was my I gotta keep watching this shit.
Ray, that's the one where he told his captain that he's gonna be the best swordsman because he lost to Mihawk.
Okay, so like I legitimately remember that because I remember watching that. I thought Mihawk was tight as shit.
Tight as fuck. Nigga.
Still is.
So
He's like, I would what do you say? He's like, I would do you something else, but this is the smallest sword I got.
I can't use the sword on you.
Yo, what?
I remember that. So, but yeah, I'm actually really close to that in the manga. So good to know because I did like Mihawk.
That was chapter 50. That was chapter 50. So there was like the point I was like hooked. Hooked, like I gotta keep watching it.
I think that's like episode 20 something, like 23 or something like that.
If it was in the 20s, yeah, because I didn't know what the episodes kind of
no.
But
chapter 30 in America with those episodes. So
saying the One Piece rap is still good as much as the people cuss rap out.
Facts, I love it.
That is a good song, but what Sensei?
Goated, I will for sure say Water 7. Like Water 7 is when it became holy shit. This is the type of stories you niggas telling?
Water 7, I feel like it's the prequel for Enies Lobby, where I feel like Enies Lobby is like the climax for what Water 7 had in with it. It's kind of like the lead up. That's why I said Water 7.
I agree. I think because they're, I don't like to separate the two because I feel like you can't have one without the other.
They're both together.
Exactly. But if in a world where you do, the story of Water 7 far surpasses the story of Enies Lobby. Even with the Nami moment, I mean the Robin moment. It still far surpasses because when you think about it, the story of Enies Lobby is just let's go get this person and win these fights. Mm-hmm. Whereas Water 7 had a whole lot of moving parts that needed to be, expounded upon and concluded, which really happened post Enies Lobby, not necessarily in Enies Lobby.
Yep.
But yes, I would agree that they are one and the same. Like I don't separate the two.
I agree.
But,
okay. Sam, your answer since you're the last One Piece head.
Yeah, well, Enies Lobby and Water 7 was the
same for you. Okay.
The one where you're going to like keep watching forever. Technically, what I really did start for was the manga, and the manga just straight up tells you the story of Luffy and Shanks, and that's like, oh wow, this is actually really good. Let me just keep going. It's not too bad. Second arc was
got shot in the face the first chapter
with we learn about Buggy and then the dog and everything like that. It was okay, and then when it came to the part with Nami and the Arlong arc, that one was. That might just say, okay, gotta keep on going. That just gonna keep pushing you to see what's special you're gonna be finding into this anime.
Just for James or Ray to know, and the readers, and the watchers and listeners to know what chapter or episode for you to know the hype that's hook us to continue and say GOAT moment in the anime that happens in episode 229 to 263. That's Water 7. And then go to Enies Lobby. In the manga chapter, for you to be hooked like what we did, that is 322. You were close, Sensei. 322. That's when it happened. Actually looking for the arc right now. So that's when it happened. If you're gonna read it, I suggest to read it instead because the anime has a filler arc, which a lot of people were not fan of before this. It's the Foxy arc, and
it's actually canon.
It's canon later on, but I still don't enjoy it. But Foxy is important because it makes sense later on in the story. But it's just I would say watch Water 7, watch Enies Lobby, and then return to onto the Foxy arc, so you could just mellow down what you just watch. But that's my opinion. So
I think they should watch the end of the Foxy arc though.
Yes,
which is where I think 303 was. I'm not sure if that's the exact one. Whatever chapter Aokiji shows up at is the chapter that you need to start.
That's probably episodes 227, 228, because that's when Enies Lobby starts at 229.
Okay. So then those two.
But I hope to answer your question, Ray, in a good way. I hope that answered your question. So
No,
you
that was actually great because like what Sensei said, like no, that shit like that clicked for me. That reminded me.
When Mihawk pulled up, bro, and he was like, this is my goal right here. I'm like, damn, okay, 50. How many episodes in we on this now? Okay, let's see what he like. All right, let's see the distance between me and you.
And when he said already. And but when he said that I'm the greatest swordsman and this is my smallest sword, and then when he told his captain like I'm gonna be this guy in the future, I'm like I'm gonna be waiting, and I'm still waiting. 935 episodes later, still waiting.
Bro, when he pulled up, I was literally on the edge of my seat, like, yo, what is about to happen right now? Because I was already rocking with Zoro heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, in the arc they was in hadn't even really got going. Like they hadn't even really, they got kind of introduced to the antagonist, but it was kind of, they was in like a, hey, yeah, I'm the antagonist, meet me outside, and then they stepped. It wasn't even meet me outside. They was in the restaurant and then got told that he was on the way. So then everybody went outside to go see this nigga, and then he pulls up, pulls out this itty bitty ass butter knife. Low diffs this man. I'm talking about negative diffs this man with a butter knife.
The thing is, I remember this episode because I was like, oh shit.
What a butter knife, bro. I'm like, bro, he's using three swords.
And he pulled out a toothpick, bro.
Like this. James, just imagine his sword being about the actual knife being this long, but the handle being this short.
Just imagine when Trunks was like, hey, I'm a Super Saiyan and I got a sword, and Goku was like, I'm a Super Saiyan and I got a finger.
It was that, bro. It was that.
With Trunks,
except fucking he actually stabbed him with this little ass finger, bro. He was parrying the shit out of this man's 3 sword attacks. Like they were nothing, and he was talking to him like, "Why do you have such ferocity in your swings?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "How strong is this man?"
And I have to give props to the dub voice and sub voice for Mihawk. It's one of the best voice casts for One Piece. The dub and the sub is freaking finesse, and I love it. It's really good,
bro. So he stabs the man after he does one of his strongest attacks and doesn't touch him. He's like. He's like, why aren't you bagging up? It's like, cause I don't know. I'm that nigga. Now I'm sitting there like, Zoro, what is going on? What is about to happen? So then Mihawk pulls back, and now it's like, all right, I respect you. I'm going to sink you with my real sword now. He's like, all right, it's either I die or I win right now.
Didn't he cut that boat in half too?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Boat in half on entry.
You're right. He literally went like this, like it's nothing. Like literally just swung up his arm, like, you know what? Let's just cut this boat in half, just to have it not flee.
So like the boats are like mountains in every other anime. If you got to do pull up and destroy some mountains, just
he also you ain't get that, but he also cuts mountains.
He does. Yo, I can't wait. Oh, your Sensei.
You know how there's like a little like random shit that you see in anime? That's my shit. Where people just all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, they're so strong that mountain just blew up. That's
what happened in Digimon this past weekend. I literally told it to Sam. You're like, I just said like, they literally had to have this fucking character literally to destroy a whole mountain in the back just to show how powerful it is. It literally, it felt like in Naruto, like where they literally had all the Kurumos of the Nine Tails, literally all the tail beings destroyed. Mountains in the back just to show how strong they are. Like, we know you guys are freaking planet destroyers. You guys have said it in the mythologies. You guys have said it. But
it's like in DC when they want to prove somebody's strong now, they were like, "Hey, pull up on Superman." Yep, that's it.
But pretty much.
But to agree with Sensei point, Sensei, I've been telling Ray and James to read One Piece for a while, not just for them to read it, but more.
It's in color, bro.
But
it's
more,
one of the best colored mangas. Like, but I'm saying, colored.
I want them to read it is because I want to know what side does James and Ray choose, Sanji or Zoro after time skip? Because you know how great it is to see on the timeline on Twitter when they say right now what's going on with King versus with Sanji and Zoro right now. Even though I'm not cut up fully, I'm behind like 10 chapters or so. But it's just very funny to see the timeline with JD, Roger, other people saying what's going on. It's very amusing. I just can't wait to see James and Ray just saying like, I think Sanji could do this, Zoro could do this. I just can't wait to see what they think. And it's just amusing just to know their opinions of who's stronger. Because I just love it when the timeline of my friends' YouTubers were. But just to hear my friends them talking about it and just to have a debate, it'll be fun and just to hear it.
I think it would be easier for me to catch up if I just watch the anime because I'm just reading too much shit right now, and to try to fit One Piece in, I just can't.
I feel like for you, absolutely, watching it will be how you do it. I have to read it. I'll start.
I think overall reading is a better experience, but if you got a whole lot of shit on your plate, please feel free. It's a lot of shit that I just prefer to watch and not read because I would end up like you, and I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have 50 fucking manga or webtoons that I'm reading right now. Like that shit was like I feel like it's just too much for me. It's too much. Yeah. Like right now, I'm only reading Attack on Titan, Super, Boruto, One Piece. And I take breaks.
Boruto, I think you want like you're the fourth person we like know that's reading Boruto.
The Boruto manga is not bad.
Wait, question, Sensei. What are you enjoying right now? The Moro arc in Super or the Boruto arc right now?
I think I'm one chapter behind in Boruto, but the Moro arc.
You right. you're right.
I mean, but so unless Boruto kicked it up several notches in the last chapter that I didn't read, Moro for sure.
No. At least 2 more chapters before they kick it up again to Boruto.
By the way, quick sad thing. I love how Sam's face is looking right now. Just quick sad thing. I love it. It just looks amazing. He just looks so blazed. But that's just quick sad thing. I don't want to put too much attention.
Snitching on Sam.
He's like,
but Sensei,
I'm over here existing, bro.
Go ahead, man.
Quick question: since we didn't get the chance to actually last and everything, how did Worst Gen podcast started out?
Oh man, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro.
So it started out because GB had an idea. Me and GB met because we're both in the same fraternity. GB is the head of Worst Gen. He's like the guy. Me and GB met because we're in the same fraternity. When I started my YouTube channel, I put it in our fraternity chat. Hey, I don't know if it's any niggas that like nerd shit, but I got this YouTube channel. Pull up. GB saw that and was like, yo, noob, I'm going to add you to this chat I'm in. So he added me to this Anime Greeks and Geeks chat. Oh, shit. And I got to pub, you know what I'm saying, pub my shit, talk anime. It was the first time I'd ever really talked anime with people outside of my immediate friend group.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I got introduced to a One Piece chat. One Piece is my favorite anime of all time. So that was like perfect. And he was also in that One Piece chat. So we talk on One Piece. He also loved One Piece. So the idea started with him because he worked with podcasts before. He was managing a couple podcasts. He had his own podcast in the past. It wasn't nerd based, but it was a podcast nonetheless. So he was considering doing a One Piece podcast. He was like, man, I got this idea. He came to me. Me and him had several conversations up to this point. And I'm thinking about doing a One Piece podcast. What you think? And I'm like, bro, I love One Piece. I'm down for all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm super with that. He like, all right, I want to, you know what I'm saying, work some shit out first, and then I'll come back to you and let you, you know what I'm saying, let you know. So maybe a couple days later, he hit me, he hit Leak, and he hit was it Rome? I think Rome, yeah, me, Leak, Rome, and his cousin came later and was like, yo, you know what I'm saying, and y'all, well, actually, he just hit the whole chat, and we was the first niggas to respond. He hit the whole chat like, hey, anybody trying to be a part of this One Piece podcast? And like, because he had already talked to us about it, we was like, hell yeah, let's go. So me, Leak, and Rome, we make our own chat with GB. This is our One Piece podcast. What we gonna call it? Shit gotta be some One Piece shit. Worst Generation. Hell yeah, Worst Generation podcast. So now, nice. You know what I'm saying? So now that's how the name. We came up with the logo. We had somebody design a logo and shit like that. I'm like, bet this shit lit. We start out doing One Piece reviews, like reviewing chapters and shit like that, similar to what the fuck I did on my YouTube channel. But then I felt like we could be more like we all felt like we could do more based on our reactions and shit like that. Like to little shit that we like when we started doing, because we started Run My Fades on a podcast. We did a Run My Fade podcast. The first one was, I can't even remember what the first one was. It wasn't Sanji versus Soma. That was the worst one. It was something. I forgot our first Run My Fade. Whatever that first Run My Fade was, that shit went off. Like that shit went crazy. So we like, all right, we got to start talking about some other shit too. Like we can't just talk about One Piece, because people started just wanting to hear more Run My Fades about shit that wasn't all One Piece. Because at the time we didn't have the fat ass One Piece lover community that just wanted to listen to our podcast. It was just the general anime fans.
Of course,
want to hear about Naruto and Attack on Titan and whatever is new, and you know what I mean,
of course,
shit like that. So we started doing other shit. Started having different conversations, coming up with different topics, and here we are. Obviously, our roster slowly started growing and shit like that. But yeah, man, started out 4 niggas loving One Piece, and it got us here.
That's what's up, man.
I love that. I love that, man.
That's
yeah.
Props to you, because like me, I've never been really like a debate guy when it comes to characters, but I have to give it to props to the Worst Gen Twitter. You guys give some interesting debate conversations. Even the most recent about Legend of Korra, I think that's like a couple of days or like a week ago, because I gave Pat Madogumbo, he be giving that hatred against Legend of Korra. My dude hates Korra with a passion.
I'm always retweeting them. I'll immediately retweet the ones where I'm like, hey, look. I'll do it all the time. I love it,
bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Run My Fades are super lit, bro.
But like, so what's the difference between Run My Fade and Gloves Off? Because I know that you also came up with that.
So Gloves Off is a me thing. It's a Sensei Lit Glove as my own thing. And it's not really me doing verses. I'm not doing versus debates. It's more so me coming up with topics that are controversial.
Okay.
So like when I'll come up with a list of topics that I feel are really, I don't want to say hot topics, but like controversial topics in the anime community that are, that are cause for conversation. Like, I think one of the first ones I did was what's better between My Hero and Black Clover. Like that was a big thing in the community. They're very similar. They're very similar. They have a whole lot of different shit going on, but it depends on kind of what you're into. It depends on kind of what you're into to determine like what you think is better. Obviously, people feel like My Hero have their flaws. People feel like
Black Clover
has its flaws. This, that, and the third. So yeah, shit like that. But even further than that, I go, what's better between a character-driven plot or a story-driven plot? Shit like that. I mean, a character-driven story or a plot-driven story, like conversations like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I come up with those like that, that are real controversial, and I create an environment where people are like at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'll strategically invite people that I know have strong views against one thing and ask questions leading to the conflict, which is great. Obviously, it's all great. Good fun, but like I'll have a Hunter stand and a Berserk stand and say, yo, which arc is better, Chimera Ant or Golden Age? And it's just let chaos ensue.
Oh yeah, it's because I've been there before. I think in 2 or 3 of your Gloves Off, and it's been fun. Hectic, crazy, like almost 5-6 people speaking over each other. Fun, but it's definitely where it's definitely interesting conversation and very conversational. Where it just, I see where you came up with the name Gloves Off in your own type of network there.
Yeah, because I want people to be raw. I want you to get your takes off. I want people to come with takes that they got to get off. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a content creator. I put regular people on that are just fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want, if you got some shit you really want to say and you're ready to take heat if it gonna come your way, hop on and take your gloves off. All right.
Since you said it though.
Yes, sir.
So how you feel about the Chimera Ant
arc? It's one of the greatest arcs ever.
Okay.
You think it's bad?
I don't think it's bad.
What's up?
I like it.
You love it? You think it's the best arc ever?
Ray thinks it's trash. Ray thinks it's trash. It's honest truth.
Don't be putting words in my mouth. I ain't never said that.
I
I think it's much better. I think it's much better the second time you watch it, but it's not.
Everybody's like, Ray, you gotta watch it 2 times to get it, man.
Legit, you do.
No. It's not to get it right. It's more of you already know what to expect, so now you just take it in.
And I tell people every time
because I also thought it was slow. I go ahead. My bad.
It's slow. You know that. And it's okay that it's slow. I'm not saying it's not bad.
It's a whole lot of setup. Okay. It's a whole lot of setup.
It is a whole lot of setup. It's just that when people are like all the time, they're like, Ray, it's the best thing ever. And I'm like,
looking at it retrospectively, it is one of the greatest stories to be told.
It is. If I take Hunter x Hunter as a whole, absolutely. But I can't separate that out of it.
How slow it is? What you mean? You can't separate the Chimera arc and say this is probably one of the greatest stories I've ever read.
Yep. I have to take Hunter x Hunter as a whole. And so like I love Hunter x Hunter. Love it. And I will always tell people that Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite things that I'm so glad I took the time to sit down and watch.
Right.
And I want to read it, but it's like, no, because I don't want it to end because I know it ends because he ain't wrote nothing else. But still, it's like I love it, but I can't separate the Chimera arc from it saying that this is the best. Because I feel like as you build up with those characters, as you learn about who they are, and as they put together that world, that shit slaps as a whole. Because like you see all this shit come together, and they're like, by the way, you got to stop because this shit is getting real over here, and you have to do something about this. Something has to happen here, or everything is bad. Everything. And so they're like, we have to throw everything that we got at this. But it's the process of them learning about it and knowing that they're not prepared for it. That is the best part to me. I love that. I love that they show up and they're like, oh shit, actually, it's way worse than we thought. And we got to do something.
But the fact that they like spent so much time developing these fucking ants, never in my life.
Interesting. Had they not done that, it would have been just another anime.
Never in my life did I ever think I would give a fuck about an ant.
I mean,
dude. In anime, bro. In ants.
I mean, let's be real though. But were they really ants?
Yes. Nah. Ant niggas. They were ant niggas.
They were so much more than that. They were the next step in evolution.
Cap.
They really were.
They were ants, bro.
I
know what you're saying.
That's the thing. We were the ants.
I know what you're saying. But yeah, bro, like he spent so much time developing these ants, and it became a much bigger story.
And I did love that because I'm telling you, they flipped the food chain, bro. We became the food, and that's why I'm like, shit.
And not only that, they became smarter than us. So it's not like people don't get eaten by things because it can happen, but like those things typically aren't smarter than us.
It's because there's a whole bunch. See, and I told James this. My favorite part is the science that he put into this. His fake science, fucking great. I loved it. I love that shit. I was like, oh, you got a whole other like dichotomy of how things work. You created a whole new ecosystem of how genetics work. I was like, all right, cool. I'm in.
Yeah, there's so much to appreciate.
Like Hunter x Hunter as a whole is one of the best manga / anime ever made. Straight up.
It's number 2 for me.
Oh yeah.
Like it's straight up, it just is, and I love to ask people this all the time because because I like to make that joke. It's like it's not the best.
You think what's the name is better? You think Phantom Troop is better?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Like it's not even close.
York New is my straight up favorite.
Like, not York even close.
I won't say that it's not even close. They're close. They're absolutely close. But York New, that was when I was like, this shit is unreal. I love that. So because I was like, no, I'm about this life. So, but no, I love Hunter x Hunter. I just love to talk to people about it because it's something you could actually talk about. Like,
for sure.
And
like, there's so much meat there. You can talk about it anytime. Like if I can talk about Hunter x Hunter forever.
Yeah, we've talked about it to death. But one thing that I love the most is that
almost every episode.
Once you get to the end, it's like
that's how I am with One Piece. So I feel it.
This is not a villain where the main shonen character
has to just
use the power of friendship and he just wins.
No,
this dude is on a completely different level.
That's the thing with Hunter x Hunter, bro. It's literally a decomposition of anime tropes.
Yes, dude.
It subverts all expectations, which is why I tell people Hunter x Hunter isn't some shit you watch as your first anime. It's not.
For sure.
It's really not. You have to see tropes. You have to see the shit that they're breaking down, or you won't appreciate moments like going Super Saiyan or about to go Super Saiyan, but Killer was knocking him out.
Yep.
Like you don't appreciate moments like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
I love that. Like
appreciate Hisoka running up on
I could just talk about
I don't have Nin.
I can just talk about Killua for who knows how long. That
Oh
character,
yeah. He's my favorite character on Hunter x Hunter, period.
Killua, I was like, when it turned into the Killua show, I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
But
Storming the castle alone. My bad, go ahead.
Now, I was gonna say I understand you about the One Piece thing that you said like the thing they said a couple minutes ago, because I understand, because I would love to talk about One Piece with the guys here, where we could talk about the whole segregation, the whole
crazy?
things about Fishman Island, like everything that had to have on One Piece, like it's so much in depth that we could talk about, and I love to really tackle it. But sadly, just like me and Sam only, like it's, as much as I love to talk about me and Sam, but I love to talk about as a crew. But sucks that I'm not into it yet. It's like, damn.
What's crazy is that's the reason why I made a YouTube channel, was because the niggas I wanted to talk about One Piece, like One Piece is my favorite shit. Anime I can talk about. I can debate anime. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like I can talk anime. But I love One Piece. So my friend, at the time, my friend group was so small as far as anime lovers. I probably had maybe 5 or 6 friends that was really, that I could really talk anime with. Yeah. And they all hated One Piece.
Dang.
So it was either
your whole heart hurt. I can hear it,
bro. I'm talking to niggas that shit on One Piece all the time. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to keep talking to you motherfuckers with a chapter drop and I'm hype as shit and y'all saying get the fuck out of here. Like, no, I'm not. I will talk to the internet before I do that shit.
I was never that dude. I ain't gonna never shit on somebody that somebody else loved ever. You know, like Miguel talk about it all the time. I'm like, that's cool.
But I say you shit on me with my pancake with cheese all the time,
because that's fucking stupid.
Yo, I know. Yo, Sensei, quick question. In 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, we're gonna have a guest talking about food, a food segment and everything. But what's your thoughts on beans with pizza?
Beans on pizza?
Yeah.
I'm talking pork and beans from a can, bro.
I'm not funny as hell. I'm not really the food person. Like I'm very plain.
Don't you say you would eat that shit?
Nah, I'm very plain. So like I'm sausage, pepperoni, chicken? Maybe jalapeno. No, I don't even put chicken on my shit.
No bacon.
Maybe,
I don't blame you.
Bacon bits.
How about pineapple?
Hell no. Bacon bit, maybe jalapeno peppers, and maybe mushrooms. But like
Italian sausage.
I mean, but that's sausage for me. Yeah, as long as you know what I'm saying. But no, I'm not extra. Like I don't like cheese really. You know what I mean? So like I love pizza, but like I have to have the cheese taste masked, if that makes sense.
For sure.
Like I don't like tasting cheese. So like when I get burgers, it's just the burger and the sauce. You know what I mean? Like I don't get cheeseburgers. I don't eat grilled cheese. I don't eat ham and cheese. Like none of that shit.
Are you lactose intolerant?
I'm not, G. I just don't like the taste of cheese. Like it tastes bad on shit like that. Like pizza, I can do because it's masked, which is why I say I can't eat a plain cheese pizza because
my younger brother is the same way.
We were so close to being boys. I was like,
no, I fuck with you, bro.
We can't hurt him.
He's like cheese.
My younger brother is the same way. He will only eat cheese if it's on pizza, never on anything else.
Well, I'm Spanish and I eat a lot of things with cheese, as Ray knows. I eat pancakes with cheese. I eat arepa with cheese. I don't know. For the English version, it's called corn cake with cheese, but I find that English version stupid. It's called arepa with cheese. That's a Colombian thing. It's arepa. It's very good. Highly recommend to anybody that goes to Colombia or stuff.
And you put syrup on it?
Syrup? Oh wait, on the pancake with cheese? Yes, we do. I put waffle with cheese too. Waffle with cheese on it as well. With syrup on top as well. I put it.
I'm not judging you. I'm not judging. I got my own shit that I got going on. So that's why
I put American cheese. I put American cheese sometimes. I put Munster cheese. I put provolone cheese sometimes. I swear on my pancake and cheese. I put mozzarella cheese, but it doesn't taste as great because sometimes it gets too cheesy. So I don't know. But I definitely put Munster's very good with the pancake. I put provolone's very good too.
Why can't you just eat a pancake?
I do eat the pancake.
Just eat a pancake. You talking about trying to eat a fucking sandwich? Just eat pancake.
Basically, you making a pancake sandwich, bro.
I do a waffle sandwich. So I do waffle, syrup on it, and then I put turkey cheese on it, and then I put the other side syrup and turkey cheese on it. I put in the oven, and then sometimes I put an egg as well. So it's kind of like a McGriddle, but with waffles on it.
It's not a McGriddle. It's a waffle.
Do you eat grits, Vash?
What grits? What's that?
He don't know. I'm about to say he don't know.
Don't worry about it.
That's probably something from Midwest. I don't know what that is. That's probably something like from
Southern,
Midwest.
sir.
Oh, Southern. Okay, Southern.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you guys live in the West. That's why I thought it was Midwest, something like that.
No. I for sure eat grits in Chicago, but obviously it's a lot of.
I've heard of it, but I just don't know. I've heard of it. I know somewhere. I've seen it in some of Facebook groups on Twitter. I just don't fully remember what it is, but I've seen it.
Sweet or savory grits?
Sweet.
Okay. Fucks with you. All right.
Pause.
We're good. Listen, relax.
I just have to make sure.
I'm married. Okay? Relax.
You married.
They all know I'm married. Okay.
Okay.
Now I gotta remind you too. I'm married.
Okay. I didn't know you were married. Man.
even though behind the scenes you said that you would twerk for $3,000, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I twerk for her for free, so it's all good.
I'm fucking done with this.
But it's not like what you said behind the scenes about ass. Ooh.
Listen, what he trying to say, Chad, is he been trying to give me money to see my ass.
What?
Anyways, we're gonna bring this back around. Sensei,
Yes.
as soon as Attack on Titan is done, I would like to be on a Gloves Off episode where I talk about why Attack on Titan is the greatest manga that ever existed.
You will be there right with me, brother. You will be there right with me because bro, when Attack on Titan is done, I am going to have to seriously have a conversation with a couple friends about whether or not it has surpassed for FMAB.
Wait, why don't we have a full?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I feel like it already has.
Okay.
I also think so.
I want to let it finish. I want to let it finish because FMAB is perfect for me. Okay. And Attack on Titan is also damn near perfect for me currently. They can still fuck up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They can still.
You're right. There's still a chance. You're right.
That's what I said when it's done. I don't think Isayama has the ability to fuck up, but
I don't either.
He don't.
It can happen. I didn't think Kishimoto had the chance to fuck up.
Yes, he has shown.
Had the ability to fuck up.
He had the ability to fuck up from the start. No offense.
Cap.
As much as I love
Naruto was fire. Naruto was fire.
There was a lot of Naruto that was fucking great.
No, as much as I love Naruto,
greatness.
There's moments where he could have done better.
That initial Chunin arc.
Oh yeah, but remember, Pain arc could have just been improved there from there and out. It could have ended Pain arc.
Okay, I had this conversation with so many people. What is the Pain arc to you?
Yeah, what is that?
It literally
is it just the Pain fight?
It is just the fight.
It's just the fight.
And if you really want to talk about it, that's probably the greatest fight in Naruto, bro.
He wiped out a fucking village, man.
Out of what I've seen, because I'm not done with Shippuden yet, but out of what I've seen,
it has been a continuous rise of good, bro. Like good, and then it slapped. It like a wall hit, and it was just bad.
But then the thing is that
he hit a wall. He hit
the wall at fourth grade Ninja War where he didn't know Continuo Madra or come out with some aliens in the back where you literally have nowhere.
He hit a wall at the fourth grade Ninja War. You know that's the end.
Right? But he hit the wall because he didn't know where. No. But he hit the wall because
he hit the wall before that.
That's what I'm saying. Like he literally could have just ended at the Pain arc, but no, he continued with fourth grade Ninja War, and then.
He couldn't end that Pain because of Sasuke, but what he did, it was bad. It was bad. He could have ended at the Kage Summit.
Yes. Yeah, he could have. He could have ended at the Kage Summit.
Once they resolved all the shit with Danzo, I was like, you could have ended it there.
Because
So-
you literally met the Sasuke thing, he literally did the Itachi thing, and then you can literally wrap it up. You didn't need the Madara thing, you didn't need the Tail Beast, you didn't need the Kaguya thing, and then have Sasuke and Naruto become the
reanimate
whole.
all of these niggas to have all of these fights over again.
Like
Yeah,
it was cute.
they-
It was cute having Naruto see his father for the first time, seeing on his birthday. It was such an anime thing. Like, oh, Dad, it's my birthday, by the way. Oh shit, it was such a coincidence.
It was
what?
literally like he just felt like he needed to have a war because I feel like he felt like he had to do that because of his peers. His peers being Oda.
Yeah.
Because
But we could have a whole.
Bro, they real difficult.
But
Huh?
we could have a whole different conversation for this.
Characters of war, it's hard.
it's hard writing a war, bro. It is very hard to write a war that is good.
Exactly. That's difficult.
You know what I'm saying? Even the 1,000-Year Blood War arc was ass.
Mhm. That sounds like a real good episode, actually. War arcs. That sounds like a real good ass episode.
For sure,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm with
the
that.
answer is Attack on Titan. That is the answer.
I don't know if
I agree.
It's the
Yeah.
number one answer.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm so
The first-
disclaimer. I separate short and long anime.
Me too.
I have to separate short and long anime just
Yes,
because I feel
Sensei.
like
I like you. Me too. I do the same.
yeah, man. Just because I feel like it I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the difficulty curve is different, but it just takes two different types of writing to
For
be
sure.
able to write, you know what I'm saying, a great story not for 900 chapters and keep somebody invested versus writing a great story for 100, 200 chapters and keep somebody invested. Or same with actual anime, like
Oh yeah.
a show that's been going on for 500, 600 fucking episodes, or one that's been going on for 24. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can pick the best 24 episodes of One Piece, you know what I'm saying, and pit it against
Yes.
any 24 episode anime and say, well, One Piece is better because this episode was absolute, and then I'll pull another episode from this arc, absolute, pull another episode from this arc, absolute. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like that ain't really fair.
That's the thing for me. Like for me, as a short series, 24 or 26 episodes is Trigun. Best for me as well. Long series, One Piece. But it's hard to compare as like GOAT series of all time. Like I can't do that because
I can't compare Naruto to Death Note.
yeah, like well,
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Death
You
Note
see
to
what
me
I'm
is
saying?
trash. That's a whole different thing. To me, Death Note's trash.
Wow.
But yeah, I just can never get into it. But I can never. I tried 5 times. Can never pass the 3rd or 5th episode. I can't.
So for me, what's short is FMAB at 1.
Yep. 64 episodes of perfection, bro.
Yeah.
short. Yeah, like short.
I got FMAB at 1.
Short is less than 100 episodes. To me, short is less than 100. Like that's like done. Full. No.
100
exception.
or less. 100 or less.
Agree.
Claymore too. How many episodes is Claymore?
I'll tell you right now. Give me a second.
I actually don't know.
I don't even think it passed 100 episodes, but that was another short series that's just perfection, dude.
Yeah, somebody who doesn't like Attack on Titan told me to watch Claymore and said that I'll like Claymore more.
Claymore 26 episodes.
I'm not sure if you don't like that more. You might like
That's
it if you like it.
26.
Well, you call it Claymore, right? I'll search up Claymore and it says 26 episodes.
How is that possible? It was that short?
How is that impossible?
I did the research. You call it not the Gray Man, not something else with a different C. You call it Claymore. I search up 26 episodes. TV
I mean, I'm
format.
not saying that you're wrong. It just didn't feel that short to me.
Well, I'll
Yeah, so and I'm saving my spot. I got I could actually just run you my short list. But I'm saving my spot, my 1 and 2 spot legit for the end of Attack on Titan. Like I just said, because I truly feel like it has the potential to be better than Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh no,
For me. But it also he can fuck up. So I don't
can't.
want to just
I
give it to
have
him.
in the past less than 60 episodes, all anime only. Since I've only read up to 100. I think chapter 100, 110 around is where I stop. But anime only, me fully, I would say it has surpassed Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for me. Where I have rewatched episode 1 and 2 and 3 a couple nights ago, and just seeing what Isayama has done just from the foreshadowedness from the beginning, is like seeing the first episode, the first 5 minutes when Everett's waking up. You'd be like, wait a minute, I read up to episode 100 and he did this already. Wait, bitch, what? So like,
Yeah,
so
there's,
like,
there's just so much.
it's just
man. He's a genius.
that type of writing is that
Fucking
you've been
genius, bro.
writing this and prepared. As much as I love Oda and we call him Goda, I wish Oda was better in this writing foreshadowedness, because you know he has fuck ups. As much as we love to call Oda Goda, I wish characters like Smoothie from the arc of Whole Cake Island was better. There's a whole different conversation I could have with One Piece and everything. That's a whole different segment for it. But I wish Isayama was more rev and more spoken about in a lot of people's mouths, because Isayama is a great storyteller and he knows how to write his story. And if he wants to retire after this, my dude, go retire, because you wrote a great story for this.
I got FMAB, Fate Zero, Code Geass, Death Note, and Parasite.
Thank you
Okay.
for saying Fate, because listen,
Fate Zero is fucking amazing.
it is one of the best series I have ever watched. I love that show. I
For
said,
sure.
just you. Hey, you want to know how many of them watched it?
None.
No.
None of y'all seen Fate Zero?
They ain't
I
seen
mean,
it.
I started it.
He started.
I've never
They
seen
ain't
it.
Fate Zero is fire, bro.
I
Dub
fucking
or
love
sub?
Fate Zero. It's so
I'll speak for Sam. Sam has not seen it.
I have not.
I'll speak for Sam.
So yeah, I love Phase Zero. Phase Zero is amazing. Like, it's one of my, I think it's in my top 5, like, period. Straight up.
And also short series as well. Is not past over 100 episodes. Is less than that. Haiku as well. It's a perfect 10 out of 10 as well. This series has made me cry. Have not finished it or cut up to season 3 or 4, but just seeing 2 full seasons on a binge, bro. I wish I was a better high school athlete. I wish I was a better captain just for that show. I was a captain in my junior and senior year, and just watching that show itself made me feel like, yo, I was trash as a captain. Like, I wish I was good as this captain. Like, shit. Like,
I was ass.
Like, I
So much better. We could have went to nationals.
yeah, I'm like, damn, I wish I could put more effort. Like, you know what, fuck girls. I wish I could put more effort. Like, you know, fuck going out partying, going out with girls and everything. I wish I could have been a better athlete for this reason. You know, seeing the speed, I'm like, you know what, I could actually run for that ball much faster if I put in my freaking motivation. Like, Haiku is one of the best sports anime, even though, guys, I've only seen 3 animes of sports, so don't come to the comments.
I've only seen 2.
Me
my
too,
my
so-
podcast mates feel like Ace of Diamond took the cake for them.
Same here. A lot of people told me
holds
that.
the title for me, but
Kodako is
Haiku
great.
is fire.
Yeah, Kodoko's great.
I watch a lot of sports anime, but Ippo is still number 1 for me. Ippo
Ray
is
always
dope.
tells me, Ray and Sam always tells me.
Ippo is one of
even
my
friend
favorite
George too.
anime, period, bro. I love Ippo.
A lot of people told me to watch it. I will one day. I told Ray that by the end of the year I will read by 500 chapters by the end of the year, and I will. I told, and I have.
You know, I hate that you just get on this show and you just lie straight to my face.
No. This is a promise I will keep. By the end of the year, I will read 500 chapters. I did
You
make
know
that
it's
promise,
September,
and you
right?
said,
And you know it's September, right?
we're 4 months. I know we have September, October, November, December. We got 4 months. Each
Hey,
month
did you
I
catch
should
up with
read.
the Chainsaw Man, bro?
I made
Yes, I did.
a $50
I'm
bet
only
with my
like-
homie that he couldn't catch up with One Piece in a month reading. He did.
A month? Damn,
Oh, he read.
He read.
what do
He
you
was, on,
900?
he was on. So he had been reading periodically, but he was
Ah.
on 115.
Okay, that's
When he
still
started?
low. That's still low though.
He was at 115 when he started. I'm like, bro, there's no way you catch. And it was on Dressrosa when he caught up.
Oh damn.
It was like in the middle or the end of Dressrosa when he caught up.
So
Breezy in the chat brought up another really good short series anime, Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
Such a
Haven't
great series.
fully
It's a
seen it.
classic.
Cowboy Bebop, I feel like is greater than Trigun. Straight up.
cannot really agree since I saw it as a kid and I don't fully remember. I just saw Tsunami and everything, so I can't really give my full takes. But I think Trigun
I
has-
have to rewatch. I would have to rewatch both.
to me, I've seen Trigun almost like 10, 25, maybe even close to more than that. But Trigun to me is better. But I haven't seen Cowboy People fully, so I can't really give my full take on that. So take that with a grain of salt.
No,
But
I just
I
don't
do-
believe you.
I do want to watch.
I just don't believe you.
Me and Sam been meaning to watch Cowboy Bebop on a bench or as a
Mm-hmm.
or as a reaction since one I heard of OST, but even I could say this, Spicy Girl Entertainment has backed me up and said Trigun is better than Cowboy Bebop as well.
Shout out Spicy Girl.
Yeah.
Don't bring my sister in. She got one thing though. That's one thing. It's all right. It's fine.
But
It's okay.
I
She
want
loves
to give
JoJo, so I love her.
that too.
loves JoJo.
She loves JoJo and she loves Trigon more than Cowboy People. So I'm gonna give a quick shout out for her for that as well. So just want to say
We
that.
would shout her out just in general, but you know. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah, of course. But she says Trigon's better than Cowboy People. But again, just want to
Okay, there's
for
two
the-
of you. You happy now? There's two of you.
I feel like GB might also agree with that.
See, 3 of me.
GB a Trigon head.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I count that on my hand though.
Yeah,
Any
I would
other
have to rewatch Trigun. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been quite a long time, so I can't really give my honest, a fair opinion. For real, I would literally be going off of the opening of Cowboy Bebop is much better than.
Oh yeah,
It's a banger.
Opening wise, yes, I've heard of it.
The
Yes,
opening
it's
is
better.
much better.
But
That's
storytelling from what I know and messages is Trigon for me. From what I know, information from Cowboy People was about, I had to give it Trigon.
I mean, Spike is cooler than Vash any day of the week. So I mean,
Nah, Bash.
See, the funny thing about Vash, it's like I like Vash because he's a gunslinger, and I like gunslingers because I love Dante from Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a soft spot for Vash, but Spike is cool as fuck.
he's cool as shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was gonna pick a top tier gunslinger, I ain't gonna pick Vash. I pick Dante every time.
I would pick Dante every single time, and I tell my homies that when they do this gunslinger, like best anime gunslinger, I'm like, how are y'all not putting Dante on?
Dante in there.
Dante, as much as
anime,
he has an anime. He counts.
as much as it is, I would choose Dante because also he's a great fighter in Capcom. He's great as hell.
Listen,
but
Dante is OP as fuck. We can't.
He is.
You can't really put just don't put Dante in versus fights because he basically wins
Did
every
you
time.
That too.
First of all, how do y'all feel about Death Battle?
It's alright.
It's alright.
okay.
I was about to say that
It's
too. It's okay.
Did y'all see the Dante versus Bayonetta fight?
No, I did
Yes.
not see it.
No,
I don't think I did.
It's an old fight. Yeah, I've watched it.
Bro, I had been like suggesting that to them since the beginning of Death Battle.
Oh.
And when they finally released that shit, I was like screaming. That one in the Virgil versus Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that was.
I was legit happy as fuck. Dante won, Virgil lost, but
That makes sense though.
No, it makes sense.
Sephiroth is fucking ridiculous, first of all, and Virgil ain't as ridiculous as Dante. So I get it. I get it. That makes sense.
How is he not as ridiculous?
He's not though.
They are the same type of ridiculous.
but they ain't done the same type of ridiculous shit.
How not?
Listen, we could talk about that too. But like Dante's done some ridiculous shit. Like Virgil has done some cool shit, but not as ridiculous as Dante.
But okay, so my question is, do you think Virgil could not also do the ridiculous shit Dante has done if they the same nigga?
If he wanted to, but he had.
If you want to, I'm saying.
That's my point.
But the thing is
if
that
he wanted to.
Dante's OP as well. Like he's kind of broken in a way.
I mean, it's not.
He's a
even
main
just-
character, so obviously that is a thing. But
and
like,
it's also his
yes.
arsenal. His arsenal is insane, bro.
he
his
has
arsenal
literally
is-
2 swords and like mad
Oh,
guns.
there's way more.
way
than
more
the
swords.
swords,
Yeah,
man.
but I say more swords.
He got
There's way
some
more swords.
ridiculous shit.
But he's broken as hell. Like, and I gotta say, I feel bad because that's not feel bad. That's literally
I'm
the
not
only
gonna lie.
character I'm great with.
Bayonetta
in
was not
Capcom.
an easy fight. Let's be real. Bayonetta is some ridiculous shit too.
yes, but
So-
she's the copy of Dante. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, let's see how it is. Like even like when we was going back to the DC and Marvel thing, they had a Deathstroke versus Deadpool one, and everybody thought Deathstroke was gonna win. He's the original. He's got to be stronger.
Well, technically, Deathstroke should have won, but for some reason,
how? you literally cannot kill Deadpool. So
No, but that's what I'm saying. Without Deadpool, immortal regeneration.
So without
Without
that,
him
it
being
makes him his
him.
character.
Without him being him.
yeah, I mean that.
But I'm saying
This is why you
Deathstroke
don't
has
do
better
versus
skill.
fights. I understand.
No.
Without him, without his main power, yeah, of course.
No,
he
but I'm
can beat him.
saying,
I love that. Oh, speaking
Deathstroke-
of which, I
if
got into
Goku
I got
never
into
went Super Saiyan, he
I got
couldn't
into
beat
it with
Goku.
Mike. I got into it with Mike on Twitter today. With a battle, and I'm interested to see how y'all feel.
What's up?
Afro Samurai versus Levi from Attack on Titan.
Levi.
As much as I don't know much about Afro Samurai, I know his skill set. I know his background. I haven't seen the show much, but from what I know,
going
Levi. I'm going with Levi.
I am also going with Levi. His argument was Levi ain't cutting a bullet.
Have you seen what happened in season 3, part 1, when they were
dodging bullets? Like he was dodging bullets, and then Mike.
He wasn't just dodging bullets. He was dodging direct fire from multiple people,
bro. His so we going back
and people are not ready for Levi of season 4 either. And I only read 25 chapters.
Shut up.
I'm not gonna tell you, but
me either.
Like, wait till you see what this nigga doing season 4.
Listen,
like we're gonna revisit this conversation.
I love
Levi was literally.
Levi
has already hit Roy Mustang levels for me.
I know, but
Ray,
you reacted to
that, bro.
I'm about to say, Ray, you reacted to the trailer. You saw Levi was behind. Sorry, Levi was in the middle of Titans, and you saw that trailer. You reacted and you paused on that. I remember, and it was exciting as hell. Levi, my man, you're not ready for that scene.
Listen, I am ready for this. I'm
telling you, y'all know this. I'm not ready, and I know what the fuck happened.
Right?
I'm not ready because I stopped around that chapter, and I'm not ready for that because I literally paused after that. And I'm like, why?
This is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. But dude, when anime only watchers see the Warhammer Titan, they are going to shit themselves. They are going to shit themselves.
Now, so I read the beginning of that. I read the beginning of that when he literally woke up in the freaking ceremony, and I'm like, motherfucker, what?
Bro.
Oh man,
bro,
there's so much good shit.
All of you, Sam, did you pick?
Oh no, Sam reads it.
I read it.
No. I was saying, did you pick between Levi and Afro Samurai?
It's Levi. He's faster than the bullet, and he actually outmaneuvers much faster. Dude, my man's a one-man army against what, like 13
giants, literal giants, bro.
Fighting something called
giants
for a living.
Giants.
All I would just show people like
Mike tripping, dog. Like he tripping,
dude.
Mike,
look at the way Levi cut up the Beast Titan. Come on, bro. Come on.
He was chopping limbs like they were fucking bologna slices, bro, of a giant being. Afro Samurai is not doing that. He couldn't even beat a nigga with a bear helmet on.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's like he's good, but he's no Levi, dude. Come on,
bro. He's not, bro. And then so Mike gonna say after we going back and forth, bro, he wouldn't even be good if it wasn't for that 3D maneuver gear. What? I'm not gonna say Afro wouldn't be good without his sword.
I'm gonna say Afro wouldn't be good without his Afro. Whatever.
Like what? You gotta get a man his arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. How y'all gonna take like that's what? So this is my last thing about this. So I love when people in versus fight say like, well. If he didn't have XYZ from XYZ, it's like, what the fuck is the point, man?
Exactly. Like, what is the point of the versus battle then?
If you're not gonna let them have them, if they're not gonna be at their best, what's the point of having a versus battle? Both characters need to be at their best with all their techniques, all their power, or it's not worth it. Like, what's the point? So just give it up.
So Rash says, Afro all day, have you truly seen Afro way to move? Also, Afro cut bullets.
Hey, has Afro dodged or cut lightning? No? Oh, okay, then I don't care. I'm sorry. I love Afro Samurai.
I love Afro Samurai. And like everybody's coming to me like, bro, why you hating on the Black King? Bro. I just don't want. I'm not gonna cap. Like,
yeah, it's fact,
dude. Lightning that's the true echelon point. Like
Afro Samurai could not beat Annie. Annie would fuck him up.
Really?
And that's it. And Levi is way more powerful than that. So I mean, there's no conversation, bro. I'm sorry,
bro. He's not beating Annie or Mikasa, bro.
Yeah, like come on,
Mikasa though. Come on, I love Mikasa so much. There ain't many people beating her. Period.
That's true.
So Sensei, I just tweeted out what you just said, and
please
Mike. No, I did, and Mike
okay.
just said. Mike said that he still ain't give me a reason why I'm wrong.
I did. I did. Everything y'all just said, I told him. I said, bro, Levi reacts much faster than bullets, as you saw in season 3. Like, he dodged multiple bullets at the same fucking time. You worried about this nigga cutting one bullet from a long gun from however fuck the far away. Talking about, man, it was off the withdrawal. So?
It's cool. That is a feat in itself, but still.
Yeah.
But
dude, Zeke couldn't even keep up with how fast Levi was moving.
Was
He's like, what? Wait,
bro.
I'm blind? How did that even happen?
How am I blind? How am I not standing up right now? What are you talking about, G? Like, no, bro.
Okay, that's
people that love anime. I love shit like this. It's just
okay,
like,
bloody.
yeah.
Okay, bloody. You wrote a lot of swordsmen. I only know like 2 of them, Kenshin and Zoro, but you said a lot of swordsmen. It's kind of hard to.
Zoro is just like too anime now to be in the
Zoro is way too anime to be fighting any swordsman, bro.
Way back in the beginning,
he's killing them.
Way back in the beginning of One Piece, Kenshin probably could have took Zoro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but current Zoro,
to like literal like anime.
Yo,
okay. So Zoro versus King Bradley.
Zoro.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. After the time skip, Zoro is mountain level.
They got some cheat codes in One Piece that they got now.
Zoro is mountain level.
Yeah, because
and if I'm being honest with you, he's one of few mountain level. Like the only other niggas we seen be mountain level is niggas he ain't even close to being on a level of.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the thing is, okay, all right. So James the Right, notice Mihawk is probably almost planet level, just that he don't even want to try. Zoro is not even close to that yet that we know of. We haven't seen his full potential.
You said Mihawk is planet level?
I don't know if I'll say that, but he's for sure cutting mountains easily.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
And Zoro's that was probably his best attack, cut a mountain.
I love that stuff.
His best attack, cut a mountain.
Yeah, or a big size human mountain is what I would say.
Yeah, and Mihawk did it casually.
Yeah,
so
he
it's
just
like
did like this, like nothing. But one of my great
when I say mountain level, I mean he's capping there.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's all he got. Like
that we
if
know
you ain't
of.
down after that, done. That we know of at this point.
Yeah.
We still ain't seen him go all out, but that was his best.
That's crazy to me. It's been almost damn 1,000 chapters.
We're supposed to reach 1,000 chapters by the beginning of January.
That's crazy.
If Oda goes by the way Breaks has been going by 1,000 chapters, we should be reaching it by January. 1,000 chapters in One Piece. One of the longest series for.
Well, he's been blue balling y'all for years.
Not really.
Oh, so y'all ain't never.
What kind of Sensei? Kinda for Zoro, that one eye. The one eye thing
is little things that he blue balling us on.
Little things.
He give us a lot.
So you're not talking about that a big ass straw hat motherfucking thing being blue balls. Many things about Ace.
For years, we just learned about that shit. What last year?
All right, Shanks. I got so many things to name right now. I got almost more than 10 things that he been blue ballsing us.
I mean,
Shanks for sure. I'll give you Shanks.
Okay, Neptune, Poseidon. About the whole Poneglyphs.
We know who Poseidon is,
but not the full information.
We know what Poseidon can do.
It's the god of the ocean. Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, there's a Poseidon character in One Piece?
Kinda.
Yes. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, me either.
Interesting. Okay.
There's just me. One Piece. If you read it, it's kind of like what people say about My Hero. Read it, but read it. Is what One Piece is. It's kind of like what it.
James, you strike me as a gentleman who actually
reads,
you know what I'm saying, is really trying to comprehend the story that you're consuming. Yeah. So I am confident that if you paid the attention you do to Hunter x Hunter to One Piece, you will enjoy it thoroughly.
Okay. So Sensei Mike just said in response to saying reacting and dodging with mobility gear isn't as impressive as slicing and moving bullets in midair with a sword, like I said.
He was standing on the roof when Kenny shot a bullet point blank at him, and he dodged it. No mobility. He just moved.
The ODM gear doesn't matter. The Ackerman power will automatically make Levi more stronger, more agile, faster, everything than Afro Samurai. I'm telling you. Like the ODM gear is great, but even without it, Levi will murk this dude.
Bro, quickly. Like, quickly, G. Mike tweaking. Tell his ass hop on stream so he can talk his shit. I'm gonna get on his ass.
I'm gonna run that fade right now. Oh man.
I love Mike, but he tweaking, bro. Because even he was saying he could be Mifune from Naruto, and I'm like, what?
Mifune?
Nah.
I don't think so.
No. No. And we did. That was one of our latest Run My Phase. 86% of people said Afro Samurai will win. I didn't see how many votes was on it, but 86%.
That's cap.
Absolutely cap.
Nah, that's false right there. Nah.
I know why though.
It's the agenda.
I get it.
It's the agenda. Niggas is wrong though.
I know. I was like, I get it. You wrong. I get it. I understand. I appreciate y'all, but no.
Niggas is wrong.
Hey Sam, you good?
I'm fine.
Chilling.
He answered quick as shit.
He like, yo, we good. Just saying, guys, for those who are watching right now on twitch.tv/animelady, if not watching on YouTube side, this might be happening again with me and Sam on Saturday, watching maybe more JoJo or something else. I don't know. It'll just be a lot of more fun.
What part y'all
Part 3.
Part 3. We just started. We just literally started the
second half or the first half?
No, the first half. But we started the stance. That's what it's called, the stance. I just literally forgot the second, but we literally started the stance.
Yes, sir. Let me know when you get the Derby.
I don't even know what that means.
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
I'm like, Darby? Sure.
Darby is a person. His name is a name of a person named Darby.
It's kind of like telling Ray and James, like, hey, let us know when you get us to the poneglyphs. And they're like, what? So it's kind of the same thing. It's like,
what? Yeah, what for sure. But Darby is a person. That's gonna be the second half of part 3 though.
Okay.
So Mike said, yeah, I got it. I'm not about to go at it with 5 people.
Smart. No, because on the TL he had the Afro niggas on his side, and it was just me.
See,
so,
I want to hear the argument though. I want to hear the argument for Afro Samurai. Like,
bro, the basis of his argument is bullet cutting.
No,
bullet cutting, and I'm like, yo, dude, no.
Where he cut lightning, I don't give a damn. That's it.
All
bro.
right.
I don't even think Afro beat Samurai Jack. I'm gonna be real with you.
So Death Battle did that.
They
did, and he did not beat him.
Nope. Samurai Jack is way too OP.
Samurai
So
Jack,
I rest my case.
Samurai Jack definitely did.
oh man,
Or dismissed. he ain't beat Samurai Jack. Okay, nah.
He not, bro. I'm like, bro, he not even the strongest in his verse.
He's not.
Nah, man. He ain't done the jumping exercises.
Jump
So I
good,
said,
bro.
so I sent Mike on the DM, see if he wants to hop on for a quick 5 minutes and debate real quick. If not, we're about to bounce.
I wouldn't say he had to hop in the stream. I was just saying hop in the chat, like hop.
Nah, see, I said to him to let me know.
Oh, okay. I'm cool with that too. Shit, mini gloves off. I'm with it. He's not gonna want to get on. He don't want to get jumped. Might get jumped all the time on gloves off. That shit be funny, boy. Cause he's staying you so much. So like when he think Hunter x Hunter is like not that good compared to you.
Come on now.
So like, yeah, we get on him, and he be so nigga. So you gonna tell me how I feel about some shit? And it's like, yeah. You know when a nigga get that, they be blue.
He said on I can't get loud with ya. I have a sleeping baby. Maybe next time.
It's all good. It's all good, G.
Cap.
It's all good, G. Insert ash. Insert the ash.
I mean, that just sounds like another episode. That's all that sounds like to me.
There you
I
go.
don't
Matter
mind.
of fact, have him on. I'll pull up in the comments. I just want y'all to ask him what his points are. You don't even got to, because I'm so loud and I'm so like in your face that I would take over. But like I want
I don't
y'all
mind.
to I want y'all to interview him and figure out.
If you want, we can have Mike come on, and you could be on the stream. And if you want, you can hop on the next 20 minutes after we have him on. I can send you the link on the DM I sent you. Like, hey, come through. Let's all chat it up, and we can have him on. I don't mind.
For sure.
Hey, I'll ring-announce it. The whole point of it, wanted this fight, I'll ring-announce the entire thing.
You think you could do a re-announcement right now, as blazed as you are?
Probably not. I'm gonna admit that. I'm probably not. Probably not.
All right.
I appreciate the honesty, G.
That's a fact.
I appreciate the honesty.
I love
But are we good? But are we good to wrap the show right now?
Good,
Hey,
man.
Oh
This
yeah,
is great.
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah, of course, bro. I appreciate all y'all for having me.
Give me a
Honestly.
second chance to talk with you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Of course, bro.
I'm happy for Ray to pull it up and not take a nap this time.
It was worth it, right?
No, absolutely, bro. So
Oh,
like,
definitely.
now I got a face to a name, and this is why I love doing this, because then I can get to actually talk with y'all. Because Twitter is just literally everybody shouting at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to like know who like I'm actually talking to, or like who's like, I don't know, this gonna sound rude. Who's worth talking to? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
That, bro.
So like,
That's the tweet.
I really
Who is
appreciate
worth my fucking time?
I really
Like
appreciate
niggas be just saying anything on Twitter, bro.
like, you know, like you have a real passion for this, and it's
Yeah, man.
and I really appreciate it. So thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
for sure.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, bro.
It is literally an honor to have you on the show, man. It's a blast, dude.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate y'all.
Likewise,
So, no.
man. It's always fun to talk to you. I have fun talking to you with gloves off. At first, on the first one I was a guest on, I was like, "What the fuck is going?" Like everybody talking
bro, if y'all
at the
ever
same
wanna
time.
look at the next- I know I haven't done a gloves off in like a couple weeks because life.
And yeah, no worse.
But if you know what I'm saying, when next time I have one, bro, if y'all ever want to hop on any of y'all, bro, it don't fucking matter. Just let me know. I can shoot y'all a link. Y'all can hop on.
Or my hero, I'm there.
Black
can do
Clover
it.
or My Hero, I will be there. Versus or against or who's better, I will be there.
I
Or
will
One Piece.
defend Black Clover until the end. So I am there.
There you go.
And
There
Sam
you
will
go.
defend fan service anime or manga. Because if you guys want to see his anime list, that's what it's all about. Boobs and ass cheeks. That's what I would say. That's what literally it's about. Check his anime list.
You're
Literally,
projecting on Sam right now. Please stop.
But Sensei, give us your plugs. I will help out Sam here.
Yep, I got you. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Sensei Glove. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Sensei Glove. Follow my YouTube Sensei Glove, where I review One Piece, One Punch Man, Attack on Titan, which is fucking goated, as well as little other anime knickknacks that I do with the homies and shit like that. I also have a stream called Gloves Off, where I create a whole lot of chaos with niggas talking about a whole lot of controversial anime topics. So fuck with the kid, man. It's a whole lot of fun. Also, listen to us at Worst Generation Podcast. We're a podcast that talks about a whole lot of anime shit, and we them niggas, man. So pull up and listen to us because we're dope as fuck. Also, subscribe to our Patreon if you want to support us. Support the kid if you want to support me. And other than that, man, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Rick, James?
James?
Yeah, you guys know you can find me here every single week on the Anime Lately podcast. Follow my YouTube channel at Careful for Spoilers. I do weekly content over there, reaction videos, movie reviews. Now that theaters are open, I'm going to have so many movie reviews for you guys. I already reviewed Tenet, a New Mutants, Unhinged. I'm seeing Tenet again tomorrow. And I might do a second viewing review because you have to do that with films sometimes because you see things in a different perspective. But besides that, head over to my website, see4spoilers.com. You'll find links to the Patreon, Twitch, all of our social media, all of the podcasts on the C4S Podcast Network. Check us out over there.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I can't wait to see what you think about Tenet, because you know what? I want to see that, but I don't know if I want to risk the corona going to the theater. But you know what? You took that for us, and I appreciate it. So thank you. Hey, you know who I am. I'm Rayapollo. I love to play video games, talk about anime, and, you know, have a good time. Over on twitch.tv/Rayapollo. That's RAYAPOLLO. No space. Do not put a space in between the Ray and the Apollo.
Because you'll find a chicken.
Shut up, Miguel. Anyway, listen, right now, I'm waiting to play Marvel's Avengers.
I actually just bought it. Like I got the pre-order version, so I'm probably gonna start tomorrow.
Man, I got a code from Square Enix, and I can't wait to jump in. So, if you're looking forward to that, come hang out with your boy, because it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, I'll be streaming Cuphead too. Yeah, if you want to see me lose at Cuphead.
Hey, I love mad people, so I'm gonna come up with that. That sounds real good. But I'm also on YouTube, also at Rayapollo. I'm also on Twitter at Rayapollo. You like dank memes, like yelling about anime, and potentially some stuff that you should see after everybody going to bed. That's fine. So
or taking the you up type of tweet that people be putting out.
Right.
I ain't putting a butt cheek on there. It's fine. So anyway, you know where I am. It's a good time. So appreciate y'all.
Or if you want to donate $3K to Ray, he will start twerking on the stream, my guy. But you can follow me at Legendy Vash everywhere on social media. Thank you guys for watching this fun, wicked, crazy stream here that we did. It's definitely fun here. Hope you guys enjoy. Everybody, even Sam being blazed as hell. It's been a good time. Would he segue us out? Let's see. Let's find out. Thank you guys for watching the YouTube VOD. Everybody, don't forget to follow us on twitch.tv/MailLady. We just became Twitch officially. I just saw the email. Very congrats to us. We finally did that after someone's changed because of YouTube want to copyright us. But hey, we finally did it. It gave us an excuse. But Sam, can you take us out? Let's find out.
This is Sam the Mega Man, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good night. Peace.
Oh, how long was you supposed to hold that?
It's fine because it's the outro. The outro song.
I do that all the time, but no, Sam was like, "Hey, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here."
I'm gonna just cut this out here. Bye, guys. YouTube side, Twitch side. You'll still hear us in a second.